Let everybody in right now. Family, what's going on? Welcome. Goodness gracious, this is day 3. Oh, okay, now I gotta figure this whole double thing. Okay, here we go. All right, cool. We are here. Team, just let me know we're good on YouTube. Throw it in the chat. What did we do yesterday, man? What did we do yesterday? What did we accomplish? I know we learned some stuff. Over the last 3 days, but I want to know what you did. Throw it in the chat. Homework done. Let's go. Chris, come on. What we got? Somebody talk to me. Got a full 3-month content calendar now. Woo-wee. Had a bomb session on AI. You for sure right. Dropped my episode yesterday. Come on, execution. Hey, y'all, this is not one of those sessions where we trying to hype you up. The major objective is for you to do something, to actually do something, to actually launch your podcast, to actually grow your audience, to actually monetize, to actually become an influencer, to actually get some speaking engagements and have people have you interview them at their event doing fireside chats. You understand? This is an action-taking group. We're not just taking notes for notes' sake. We're not listening for the bars. We want you to take action. Somebody put action in the chat. Somebody put action in the chat. Put action in the chat. Action. Action. Let's go. I need action. Let's go. Y'all talking to me right now. Y'all got me excited. Look, before we get started, I need you all to understand what's about to happen right now. There is a young man who has been a pivotal instrument in my development as a business owner. He's the first person to teach me that there is a difference between announcing your show and launching your show. He said there's a big difference between announcing your podcast and launching your podcast. Announcing your podcast, you shoot it, you upload it, put it on Instagram, put it on TikTok, put it on Facebook, and then we wait. That's an announcement. But a launch has a whole strategy behind it. A launch digs into the psychology of your buyer, into your listener. So I want to, without further ado, introduce a man who's helped me launch pretty much every business that I've had since 2021. My personal friend, partner, launch strategist, Mr. Words Taylor. Words, are you in the building?
Let's go. We in here.
Let's go.
We in here. Let me in here. Let's go. All
right. Words, did you see the action? Did you see the action in the comments? We're not here for bars.
We're not here for bars. Okay. We're here. We're about that action today. Okay. So appreciate you, Dave.
No doubt. Floor is yours, brother.
All right, yo, let's get it. Y'all, how y'all feeling? We're day 3. Okay. Day 3. We on the way. All right. Shout out to you all. If you all have seen that this has been worth your time already, drop a 2 in the chat. If this has already been worth your time, I'm gonna add to that. But drop a 2 in the chat if this has already been worth your time. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. So I want to really quickly, and this is not gonna be about like, let me get you excited. But yesterday, Brendan did something incredible, which was he got you all to say, yo, I actually believe that I'm capable of doing these things. I believe that I'm capable of being a podcaster and actually hosting a podcast show. Let me ask this before I get started. Yes. Do you still have that belief coming into today? That's going to be important. Do you still have that belief coming into today? All right, talk to me. I'm looking in the comments. Do you still have that? Yes. Yeah. Oh, even strong. Somebody said even stronger. Yes, more than ever. Whoa. Okay. Belief on 1,000 right now. Okay. So I'm going to teach you why it's important that you have that belief, but I want to focus on what are we now going to do with the belief? how does podcasting actually help you in a business to make money? Okay. When people bring me on board, it's like, hey, how do we get to the bag now? So I've been able to do some incredible launches, like Dave said, some for people you all may know, like Him 500 and Terica Lynn Smith, Tiffany Haynes, Rochelle T. Parks, Justin Phillips, Eric Thomas. I've been able to be a part of some crazy, beautiful launches. All right. And the biggest thing that I can tell you that we focused on first is simple: client slash customer, client or customer, whichever word you prefer, acquisition. Client acquisition. All right. Let me break something down for you all. This is a simple way of saying this is I need to know how I'm going to get potential customers. These people that are all potential that don't really know who I am, right? How do I get them to become paying customers? What is my system for getting people to go from potential customers to paying customers? That is called client acquisition. Y'all with me? Y'all with me? I just want to keep that simple. In order for you to actually have a profitable business, you must have a client acquisition system. You must know how you're going to get in front of potential customers every single day and then get those customers, those potential customers, to become paying customers. You have to have that. All right. When you have this consistently, then what we have is a business that has transactions, right? It has consistent revenue coming through the business. And when the customers that you bring in and the money that you make is more than the overhead that you spend to run the business, now you have profit. Okay. I'm going to break down to you in this time that I have of how do we get there. Somebody type profit in the comments. Oh yeah, because we want a business that can take care of us, right? We want a business that can take care of our families. We want a business that can serve other people as well. In our giving, all right, if we're called to give to other people, we want a business that's going to put us in position to do that, right? Type profit. Okay, so now let me ask you, do you think, because they always say, you hear everybody talk about, oh man, in order for you to truly start selling online, you need to build y'all finish the sentence. You need to build all right, let me get the simple stuff out the way. Okay, got it. Natasha said, you need to build like, and trust. Like, and trust, like, and trust, like, and trust. All right, KLT, I saw everybody put KLT. You got to build like, and trust. Do you think that you can build like, and trust faster and stronger and more intimately with 15 to 1 minute clips for 3 months or 60 to 90 minute clips for 3 months? Which one do you think will build a stronger bond with your potential customer? Okay, I see people long form. Yeah. Okay. Good. Let me tell you why this is so crucial. When I do a 15-second clip, yes, that can definitely get me to like you. It does not build trust. It doesn't get me to know you. It can very well get me to like you. Some of you all right now have people that you see their content, the 1 minute clips, and you laugh, but you haven't bought anything from them. You have not taken it further. And you really don't know them. You're getting glimpses. But now, when I do when I'm watching a 90-minute podcast and I get to see how you teach, your mannerisms, I get to see your swag, you get to tell me about your stories at home or your spouse or your kid. I get to see how you parent. I get to see how you make decisions. I get to see your consistency. I start to feel like I know you. I love Will Smith. I watched all of Will Smith. I'm going through and I'm watching it with my daughter right now. I'm rewatching Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. We watch it every single night. You can't tell me I don't know Will Smith. You can't tell me that I don't know my man. You don't know no Will. I know Will. I've read the books. I read his book. I watched every movie. Okay, I'm talking about I've watched the show. I know Will Smith. Somebody said not as good as me. All right, I know. So imagine when you're watching, somebody's watching you on a podcast, and they're like, you can't tell me I don't, you can't tell me I don't know Jennifer. I know Jennifer. I love me some Jennifer. They start using language like, no, I love me some Jennifer. You ain't going, uh-uh. You ain't gonna say nothing bad about Jennifer. Stop playing with me. So what you start to build is people that know and love you and like you so much that they even willing to defend you. Right? This is what we're trying to build online, a connection with people. Y'all, this is probably the best time. This is probably one of the hardest times to be an entrepreneur, but it's the best time to be an entrepreneur if you're a genuine and authentic person. Because this is a season for people that actually can help people and want to serve people. This is a season for you all to win. This is a season right now for you all to win. This is a season for people that actually make quality products, provide quality services for people to win, because people are very intentional about where they go with their dollars. They actually want results now. They're not just going off of hype. They're like, give me results. So for those that are not authentic, this is a very hard time for them to be an entrepreneur. For those that are actually serving people on a higher level and moving in the spirit of excellence, this is the best time to be an entrepreneur. The absolute best. And the best time to start a podcast, because this is where we build relationship. Okay? So we've established that, yes, you may be able to get me to like you through 15-second to 1-minute clips, and that's great. Continue to do that. But we also have to establish that in order for me to truly feel like I know you, that I can trust you, I'm gonna need a little more time with you. When you spend more time, look, let me give you all this quick example, then I'm gonna go to my next point. I had a situation with my daughter where I would tell her, like, hey, baby girl, no, we don't do that here. And then I went to her friend's house, and I see her doing the very thing that I said we don't do. And I said, whoa, wait a minute. What? I told you we don't do that. And she says, well, they did it here. She didn't mind. My friend didn't mind. I said, you mean to tell me you would disregard what I said in order to please your friend? Why do you think that happened? In a season where I'm working more, I'm being more intentional about where I'm putting my time, which is in work. There's someone else that is getting the time that I should give my daughter. So somebody else is gaining influence. Influence, when you spend time with people, you gain influence in their life. And influence, direct action. So now this girl was able to get my daughter to do something. I said, whoa, what the heck is going on? You know what I started doing? Dates with my daughter. So every one of our dates is every single night we watch Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. We're building now. We have inside jokes together, and then we were going on our bi-weekly dates where we go out with just me and her. I started spending time. Guess who gained the influence from the more time I spent? Now her friend group calls her the mama bear of the group, because she is the influencer, not the other way around. There's a difference when you spend time with people. When you position yourself in a podcast, you're spending so much time with people and they're getting to know you that they want to go on the same, whatever journey you're willing to take them on that leads them to the outcome they want, they're going to go on it with you. That's the power of podcasts. So much so that I get to see Shands on a podcast weekly, right? And this is a transparent moment. I like Shan's swag, how he dresses. I like it. Like him and another one of our friends. I like it to the point where I got to see, I'm like, ooh, okay, you put that. Okay, I like the way you put that together. I will text him. If I see something, I'm like, bro, okay, this fit right here. I like that. And it starts to get you to respect and gain respect, where I will allow you to even pour into my life in that area. in the area that I respect and use. So I will literally in our text group like, yo, I want to put something together for next week. What y'all think about this? Hey, Shands, what should I put with this? And I respect his opinion. Why? Because I was able to see him do it for 2 years. He showed up consistently, different outfit, different swag. So now there's a respect level there. What do you think is going to happen when you show up every single week and they start looking at your swag? They start looking at how you teach. They start looking at how passionate you are about your topic and about serving and helping people. And they start hearing your stories. What do you think that starts to happen? I'm telling you, people now are going to be like, yo, why have it? I promise you, people will start to feel disrespected that you have not presented them with a product. Disrespect. I follow somebody right now and I go to the link in his bio. I am irritated because I can't even give my man money. He don't even have anything. I can't even buy anything. I'm like, I'm got so much free stuff. I literally want to spend money with just to pour into the work that he's doing, and there's no way to do it. He don't even have his Cash App up. That's how much I'm bought in to what my man is doing every single weekend he shows up. So y'all with me there? Okay, now with client acquisition, let's say you have a point where you have a consistent 300 listeners. All right, you just pull it with. All right, let's say you have a consistent 300 listeners. They've been listening to you for 6 months. You've been digging. They've gotten a chance to see your growth. They've gotten a chance to hear your stories, your husband, and all this stuff. And they got a chance to see how you teach, and you teach with clarity. They got all of this stuff. You have 300 solid listeners. On a scale of 1 through 5, how strongly, 5 being very strong, how strongly do you feel about being able to get 100 people to give you $20 a month for like, let's say you said, all right, hey y'all, I'm doing a community. I know y'all been asking me for more. I'm gonna do a community where we're going to build. We're going to build together and we're going to do whatever the outcome is. I'll teach you all how do we come to the outcome in a second. Okay. But on a scale of 1 to 5, you just trying to get 100 of those people. Okay. You saying you just trying to get 100. You've been pouring into them for 6 months. They've been faithfully watching the 90-minute clips. 100 people. You just out of 300 faithful watchers. How confident are you that if you were to put out a product or something for $20 a month, people would do it? I see the 5s. Absolutely. You're not making $2,000 a month just for being faithful with the few, just for serving, and then saying, hey, let's dig in deeper over here. Now, how confident are you? Let's say we need to sell 100 shirts. The shirts are $40. Scale of 1 to 5. How confident are you that you like, hey y'all know that saying that we say every single week? Like, for instance, my guy Willie Moore Jr., that young fly and save. When I was watching his videos every single day, and he did the young fly and save. Yes, I bought, and he wore the shirt. How confident are you if for 6 months you wore that shirt with the saying on it that we all love, and now you say, hey y'all, the shirts are available. How confident are you that you can at least sell 100? I see the 5s. I see the 5s. Okay. How confident are you that if you held your own challenge or your own webinar, and it was let's say you held a free challenge or a free webinar, how confident are you that you could get 200 people to show up, to be like, yeah, I'll register for that. You're gonna do a little free training for me? Absolutely. Do you all see, when you build connection with people and you build a community around the product before you even release the product or talk about the product, You know the problem you solve. So only thing I'm doing is I'm building a community around the problem. I have a solution and I'm going to build community around the people that have the problem that I solve. I just want to build community with them. And then when I release the product, they're going to want it. Why? Because it's a solution and it's all about them. And I'm going to dig in with them for the next 3 to 6 months. Let's even talk about, I remember I was the first person, Dave was vouched for this. Dave podcast, before it even got like crazy, my man was on his live and he was like, yo, so I'm thinking about having sponsor packages available where you can actually do an ad on one of my podcasts. I'm on his live and I'm like, sign me up. How much is it? This man said $1,500. This is about the time where the podcasts are getting 5 to 10,000 views. It's a podcast for entrepreneurs. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm trying to get in front of people that need help launching their product. Bro, take this $1,500. He let me pick, okay, here are the people that I have coming up that I'm interviewing, which person. And I remember it was Skittles. Yeah, shout out to Skittles. If anybody knows Skittles, she's incredible. I said, yeah, her. Let me get Skittles right here. Right? The first time he had her on the podcast. You'll see the ad. Okay? But now let's talk about if you grew a podcast 300 listeners and he was able to show the stats and all that stuff, and you showed the stats of look at these listeners, boom, 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 boom. Look at people showing up every single. Do you think that you can get me based on if you have the audience I want? Do you think you can get me to give you $1,500 to promote on your podcast? Let's say you focused on single mothers that wanted to learn how to make money without having to leave the home. And that's your whole audience is single mothers. And I teach people how to create digital products. You think I won't give you $1,500? You think if I see that you've been locked in day after day after day, and you show me like, no, my people listen. You think I won't give you $500 a month to get in front of those people? You better take this. This is your first $6,000 contract. You better take this money from me. Stop playing with me. This is what I mean. When we're talking about client acquisition, the first thing we must understand is we need customers and we need a system for how we're going to get those customers. Here is a key system. Podcast. Podcast is a key system where you can now you solve one problem and you could build an entire community around that one problem. And then you can decide, okay, where do I want to go from here? And guess what? You know the dope part about it? They will tell you. They will tell you. I had a book, it went bestseller, right, on Amazon. The whole book is what they told me to put in it. Hey, I had a community of about 2,000 people. I said, yo, I want to create us a book. Look at this. I want to create us a book. And then they all said, yeah, we should create a book. I'm like, cool, I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it. Let's create a book. What do y'all think should be in it? I want some, because I also do poetry. I want some of your poetry. I want a book on this, on the basics of this, and you show this, and there should be worksheets. It should be workshop style every single day. And let it be for 30 days or something like that. Boom. And so I took them on the entire journey with me. Hey, step 1 is this. Step 2 is this. Step 3. Here, hey y'all, here's the cover. Come check out the cover. Hey y'all, and they would give me feedback on the cover. And then when it was time, I said, y'all, we got our first rough draft of the book. And then people start, okay, what do we need to do? When is the book coming out? I said, I'm gonna come out with the book in July. We're gonna come out with the book in July. Okay. Now, in order for us to go bestseller, this is how many sales we need the first hour. Can we do it? Yes, we can. So I'm prepping them. I'm giving them clips of hey, here's what the book is about. Here's what we're going to do. Here's how we're going to do it. Here's how many sales we need to make. Everybody, I got your emails. Be by your emails on this day. So I did 5 days out. I started doing emails. And then I said, we're 1 hour away from the launch. Do you know that we sold, I've never done it. I sold 1,000 books in the first hour. Okay, shout out to you, Salim. In the first hour, I was like, whoa. And it was all because 6 months prior, I built a community of entrepreneurs. And as I served them, they then told me what they wanted. And I said, we are going to do this. And I served them in a spirit of excellence. And they supported what I was doing for them. I promise you all, if your attention is focused on serving the people and making sure they get the outcome they're looking for, then they will serve you back. And don't be afraid of being able to help people and put offers in front of people. Why? Because that is how they grow. I would be upset if I go into Ace Hardware or Home Depot and say, hey, I'm trying to build a house, I need a hammer. You better ask me, okay, do you have nails? You don't have nails? Okay, look, look, I have a whole package that shows you exactly what you need to do to build your house. Would you be interested in that? Well, let me take a look. And when I get to the counter, go ahead and say, do you have somebody to support you in building this house? Because we offer teammates to you do, because I would prefer not to do it at all. Oh, yeah, we have a full done for you option. You better tell me exactly what I need to know in order, because I told you the goal that I'm trying to achieve. Help me get to the goal. Don't get in your feelings. Don't get in, is this too much? Is this too much of an offer? I don't know. I don't want to be selling. No. Serve. Help me. Help me get there. Help me. Okay? Y'all hear me? And that's what your podcast first has to do. It first has to serve. So now, look, let me tell you, how do we get to these 300 listeners, 300 plus listeners, okay? Well, the first thing we have to do, as people have already told you, I have this, what I call 3 deep. We want to go 3 deep, okay? We need to understand, all right, the who. First of all, we need to understand the who. And in the who, I always like to identify, all right, married men, is it married men, single women, employees? Who is it? Is it morbidly obese males? Is it? You should be able to identify them in that way, right? That's the first thing you want to identify. The who, okay? It could be, I work single mothers that are working in corporate, okay? Tell the who and what they're currently doing. Single mothers or overweight mothers that are currently smoking, that are currently smokers. You got to identify this. Boom, we identify this. Now, the next thing we want to identify is, okay, what is the thing that they're trying to achieve? We're going to break this down for you, okay? What is the thing that they're actually trying to achieve, okay? Yeah, absolutely. So I'm saying, I want single mothers working in corporate that are what they're trying to achieve, that are trying to create extra income in their home. That's what they're trying to do. This is the thing they're trying to do. Okay. Now, the third thing, the 3 deep, right, is what are they trying to avoid in order to get what they're wanting to achieve? So you may say, I work with single mothers working in corporate that want to bring extra money into the home without having to leave the home. They're trying to avoid having to leave the home. Why? It's because it doesn't make sense now, because I'm going to have to spend that on daycare. So I'm working another job just to pay for daycare. That doesn't make sense to me. So now I know exactly who I'm serving. I'm serving morbidly obese men that want to lose weight without counting calories. Boom. Who do you work with? I work with morbidly obese men or men that are overweight that want to lose weight without counting calories, or that want to lose weight without having to step on a scale. I work with fathers, single fathers that just been released from prison that want to be reunited with their kids, without having to have the court system involved. There's a desire that they want, and then there's something that they're wanting to avoid. Now, what your podcast is on is that problem. Your podcast should be on what they're wanting and what they're trying to avoid. That's what your podcast is on. So now, I'm sorry. Okay. So now when you get to a point where you're like, oh, who do you serve? Who is your podcast for? If you come to somebody like me, I want to know, well, who's on your podcast? Oh, I serve single mothers that are trying to bring extra money in the home and they don't want to have to leave the home. I said, oh, that's my audience. I teach people how to do digital products. That's my audience. You see how now if you do one audience, one problem, one solution, now we start to build community around that. So now I can call out people. If you're a single mother and you're trying to learn how to bring extra money in your home without leaving the home, you need to watch this episode. This podcast is for you. I'm going to teach you all the things I know about building a six-figure business right from your own home. I'm going to have special guests that have done it. We're going to talk about the highs and lows. This is for you. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see that? This is how you build something. And it starts with the podcast. Why? Because this is where our hub is. The podcast is our hub. This is where we mount up. Okay? This is the spot. You created this for us. Now I'm looking for you to this problem. You point me to the solution. Is the solution you have an ebook for me? A mentorship for me? Is the solution that you have a community? Is the solution that you're going to bring somebody else to talk to us? You tell me what the solution, because you've earned that trust from me. I've seen you serve at the highest level. Now, here's the thing. For me, my thing was when I first learned about webinars. You all seen webinars before. I said, oh man, this is my client acquisition. I'm going to get people to meet me on a webinar and I'm going to teach. I see somebody say, it's the clarity for me. My gift is teaching. I love serving in a spirit of excellence. So I use webinars to be able to teach my audience and then say, hey, I want to do this with you. Here's the offer. You cannot take it, cool. But here's the offer for you, for us to work together. I've prepared a system for you to win. And look at this. In 2018, there was a young lady, Kimra Luna is her name. She was doing a webinar. I didn't know what the heck a webinar was in 2017. I didn't know what the heck a webinar was. I got on here, and let me tell you all something. This was crucial. She's doing a webinar. She's like, oh, I want to teach you all how to do webinars. And as she's doing it, I'm like, oh my God, this is me. I'm engulfed. I'm like, yo, this is what I want. I can do this. She puts up the price tag, it's $2,500. I ain't having $2,500. You know how I got the $2,500? This is just me, you all. My belief in me is on a whole nother level. If you don't believe, I'll bring my wife in here and she will tell you all right now, okay? I will bring her butt in here, okay? I literally text my wife and I said, babe, I need to sell our furniture. I'm not telling you to do this. I'm telling my wife I saw something. I saw me doing the thing. And she said, okay, LOL. And I said, okay, you put LOL, but are you good? She's like, I'm good. Okay. She said, I just looked at my sofa. I literally sold our couch, our love seat, the ottoman, kitchen table, and chairs, and one of our TVs. I got the money to spend for the course, her entire mentorship. She called the people girl bosses. I was the only male to buy the course. I did not care about that. I wanted the information. And I built a 7-figure business from that. And I've been able to be involved. Everybody I named in the beginning, we've done $1 million in each one, $1 million+ in each one of their launches. I made the system my own because I needed, all right, I needed the information. I needed that. So because I had it, because I was now able to get that information, changed everything. Y'all hear me? So when we talk about not only building with people, not only just building with people, when we actually talk about what is your commitment level, what are you willing to do to make sure you have a system in place to build the business you want to build? You got to tell me how to get this off my screen. All right, I don't know how.
I don't know. I don't know what you got going on.
Dave made me I'm wrapping up anyway. But Dave made me use my camera, my real camera. Okay. But I'm wrapping up anyway. All right. So here's the thing. There's a commitment that needs to happen. If you've created the belief that you need, and I've told you how this is going to impact you, you actually building a community around the product that you currently have or that you're gonna have. If you see it, type of 2 in the comments. If you see how podcasting could be essential to that, type of 2 in the comments. Don't type it if you don't mean it. I mean, real talk. If you see how podcasting can be an essential part to your client acquisition, and you can get consistent customers out of here, and you can start to build communities, people that will literally pay you $20 a month, $30 a month, type 2 in the comments if you believe that. Now, here's the other thing, okay? If you also type 3, if you've seen Dave and you're like, nah, Dave is the one. He's the coach. I not only believe that I can do it, but Dave's going to be the one to teach me how to do it. Real talk. If there's a level of belief there, okay? I see y'all. So look, this is the last thing. Already doing it. Somebody say I'm already doing it. So I want you to understand, I had the same level of belief. One, in the system first. I believed in the system. The reason why I was willing to make the sacrifice and talk to my wife and say, yo, I'm willing to do this. I believed in the system, and I believed the person that said they could help me could actually help me. I had those 2 things. If you believe in the system of podcasting and you believe in the coach that can get you to the outcome you want, then you've already won. Now, the only thing we got to do is take action. All right. Was this helpful to you all? Type 5 in the comments if you said this was helpful. Okay. Yeah, let's go. Okay. Now look, I laid it out for you all. I'm telling you, in everything I do, I start with building a community around it. You are going to get a head start because you're going to put out podcasts, and by your 10th or 15th or 20th episode, you're going to have people that absolutely love you, and they're going to say, take me wherever you want to go. I'm going. All right. This man where say, let's get it. Ugh.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, man.
Let's go.
Listen, I know y'all full too. His car got full. That was a sign saying, we about to fill y'all up tonight, man. Look, thank you so much, Words Taylor. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you for coming. Hold on. Okay. Thank you for pulling up, man. Now is the time, y'all. Somebody put now. Somebody put now. Somebody put now. Now's the time. Yo, when I tell y'all, I've been stumbling through this whole podcasting journey. Words ain't lying. I remember that $1,500 just being on Instagram Live. And I'm like, yo, how much would y'all pay? I don't know. I figure we got some views. I figure somebody will want to pay for this joint. And he was the first person. I'm talking about hit me on the text. Yo, bro, let's go now, bro. What's up? Before you change your mind. Oh man, well, let's get this party started. Nella, do we got any announcements? We got any announcements right now before we get this party started?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Where is camera stuff done rubbed off on my camera? I don't know what's happening right now. All right. All right. Whereas keep that over there. Keep it over there. But great evening, everybody. I hope you all are doing amazing. Y'all, I got a couple of announcements for you guys. I have a couple of announcements. You guys already know yesterday we had our quiz that went out to you guys. Hey, Bianca. We had our quiz that went out to you guys, and y'all flooded the quiz, and I hope y'all taking notes today. But I have two winners from yesterday's quiz. First and foremost, our VIP cash winner, Bianca McKinney. Bianca McKinney, congratulations. Congratulate. Oh, and you the one that said hey to me. Congratulations. You are our cash prize winner. And then, of course, my general admission people. We have a winner from you guys as well. Sasha Jones. Sasha Jones, congratulations. You got upgraded to VIP. But y'all, don't worry. Because we still got y'all. We still got y'all. We got y'all's back. The contest don't stop here. So our support, our team, they are dropping right now in the chat the quiz for you guys. So I hope you guys are going to be taking notes all evening long. All right, all evening long, because if you are somebody in VIP that wants to win the cash prize, or if you are in general admission and you want to win a VIP seat, you got to do the quiz and you got to get the answers right. So that's all I got for you guys, and have a great evening, y'all.
Let's get it. Thank you so much, Nella. Thank you so much. All right, if we ready for more, put more in the chat. If we're ready for more, put more in the chat, man. I'm really excited about today. And you all are going to be able to learn from my mentor, my coach, the man that took me out of the Cheesecake Factory, the man that put me on stages, the man that really changed the game for me. You guys will be hearing from him tomorrow. And when I tell you, you don't want to be late. Not for this one. Y'all could have been late for me, okay? But CJ, he is a different beast, and he's responsible for so many people's success, man. So make sure y'all lock in. So let's get it. All right, let's get to it. Let me share my screen. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. There we go. Y'all see it? Y'all see my screen? Is this the right one? We're good? Okay. Let's do this. Let's do this. All right. Launch a podcast challenge. Let's go. This is day 3, family. Now, let's recap. Just throw it in the chat, man. How have the past few days been for you? How have the past, just kind of tell me a little bit about the past 2 days. Tell me what you learned. Throw it in the chat. I just want to make sure that we are not sitting here talking to ourselves or talking for our health. I want to know that you've taken something away. I am a teacher, you all. I am a teacher. So I'm very repetitive. I'm repetitive when I'm asking things and I'm saying things and I want to tell you, but then I want you to give it back to me because that's how I learn, because I'm slow. And I had to have some teachers take their time with your boy. All right. So I want to see some, okay. I see the lessons in the chat. I see it. All right, let's get this party started. Your next question probably is, how do I make some money? Is that right? Is that what we've been wondering? How many people you guys started? You're like, yo, I want to make some money. It's cool saving the world and making sure my gift is given to the world, but I need to make a couple dollars. I need some bread. Well, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. I'm telling you, you don't have to be ashamed of making money. In fact, if you don't go get to this money, I look at it as a sign of selfishness, because it's, apparently, whatever you're doing financially right now is good enough to take care of you. Maybe not happy, maybe not excited about it, but it's good enough to take care of you. You got a roof over your head. You eat every day, I believe. We have clothes to wear. Maybe you got a job. Maybe you don't love the job. You don't love the level of income you have. You don't love your bank account, but you make whatever you're doing right now will take care of you. But I believe that is selfish because wouldn't it be a shame if your child gets all A's on their report card, they do everything right, and they want a pair of shoes, and you have to say no, not because they don't deserve it, but because you can't provide it. I mean, somebody talk to me. Not because they don't deserve it. My daughter just graduated ninth grade, and she wants to go on this summer camp with her school, and it costs some money. I mean, I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad, but I believe we have a responsibility because if she had a great year and what she wants to do is go in this summer camp to expand in her information and her knowledge base, wouldn't it be sad if I said you can't go? Not because you don't deserve it, but because I didn't do what I was supposed to do. Her birthday's coming up, June 29th. She said that I just want to go shopping, man. And she don't know, she's not a materialistic person. And I hate the fact that this is happening right now because I see the signs. I'd be like, yo, baby, like I'm talking about last year, baby, you want some new shoes? She's like, nah, I'm cool. Baby, you want a little shirt or something from the mall? You want to go somewhere? No, I'm cool. And now for her birthday, she wants to go shopping. What is 10th grade done to you? She's about to be 15. But what if she keeps her room clean? She does everything I ask her for, and I can't take her simply because I didn't do what I was supposed to do. Somebody talk to me. So if we have a good reason, because I don't want to spoil the child, cool. But let's not make our reason because I didn't do what I was supposed to do. Y'all with me? If you with me, say I'm with you. If you with me, say I'm with you. Okay. All right, cool. Everybody don't got my parenting style. Let's go. Here we go. Let's get to it. Let me show you 10 revenue streams you can make from your platform that I know this stuff from experience, okay? The easiest way to make money is to get clear on who you serve. This is the first point. The easiest way to make money is to get clear on who you serve. I have an exercise for you. Here's a clarity statement. As we're doing our podcast, we have to create this clarity statement. I help X do Y by Z. This is the first couple parts of your notes. I help X do Y by Z. The X is the who. So I want you to say, I help who? I help single mothers. I help single fathers. I help people that are battling with substance abuse. I help entrepreneurs. I help business owners. I help people in corporate. I want you to throw in the chat real quick, who is your ex? Not who is your ex. I know that triggers somebody like my ex. I only got one. How many people erase your ex from your memory? Like I ain't got one. I help who? Who is it that you help? Who is it that you help? I help actors. I help barbers. I help solopreneurs. I love this. Come on, chat. I help realtors. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I help podcasters, Black women, people that are burnt out, children. I love it. Now, you have to identify what is it that you're helping them do. What is the problem that you're solving? I help women in corporate. I see you. I see you. I help women in corporate get to that next level of their career. The X is women in corporate. Why? Get to that next level in their career. You understand? I help the strong friend. I see you in there. I see you in there. I help the strong friend, X, become more vulnerable and be willing to accept help. That's the why. I help a certain group of people accomplish this particular goal. The Z, how do you help them? I help small business entrepreneurs start, grow, and scale their business with my Social Proof podcast by interviewing other entrepreneurs who have done it and listening to their stories. I help victims of substance abuse stay clean for the long haul with my 10-step process that I share through my podcast. I help X, do Y, buy Z. The reason this is so important is because if you are going to get some sponsorships, you had better get this statement down. If you are going to get a high-level person on your podcast, you'd had better get this statement down. She's like, yo, can you get on my podcast? What's your podcast about? Well, I mean, we just having real conversations and we are transparent. We talking to people. No, we don't need that. Get this statement down. Because as someone, you might meet somebody in the Uber, you're like, yo, you should check out my podcast. You're like, oh, what's your podcast about? Oh, it's just me talking to my friends. But if you say, I help X do Y, buy Z, they may be the X that's struggling with the Y. And they're like, oh, let me listen to the podcast. No problem. Somebody put your XYZ statement down. And it's okay if you don't have it right now. But I want you to write this down. You have to fill in the blanks. Oh, hold on. We got action in the chat. We got action. I help the strong friend become vulnerable to be able to receive. Woo-wee. I help people push through their grief and trauma and provide a safe space to do so. I need that Z though. I need the how. Come on. Somebody got one for me? Somebody got one for me? Somebody got one for me? Come on. I help, okay, Dr. Lisa says, I help accomplished women struggling after a divorce or breakup. That's the X. Overcome headache, rebuild confidence, and live with joy after breakup. That's the Y. By implementing my proprietary AACT framework. This is good. Because the next question after they lean in is, what's that AACT framework? Why? Because you just identified that you can help me with the thing that I'm struggling with. I help. I help aspiring podcasters start, grow, and scale a podcast with my 5-day Launch Your Podcast Challenge. Do you see how clear it is? Have you ever talked to somebody, you ask them what they do, and they start rambling? And you're like, bro, I've been talking to you for 20 minutes. I still have no idea what you're talking about. Still, this doesn't just apply to your podcast. This applies to business. This applies to you as an entrepreneur, as a brand. If you're going to be a motivational speaker, you say, I help this audience accomplish this with my framework. Y'all get me? If you get me, say, I got you. If you get me, say, I got you. This phrase right here will change the game for you. Once you get it down, it takes a little while to get it down, but I'm going to help you through that, okay? The difference between educated and experienced. Let's talk about the difference between educated and experienced. I want you to, you're going to know some stuff, but your story is important. That is the experience. Somebody put, my story matters. My story matters. Let me tell you about one conversation. This is episode 64 with Nehemiah Davis. And I have this conversation with Neo. And he starts telling me about this thing called an affiliate. I had no idea what this affiliate thing was. But episode 64, Neo starts telling me about this whole affiliate thing. You guys understand what an affiliate is, right? So if someone comes on my podcast and they have something to sell, an affiliate says, if somebody from my audience buys for my unique link, I will get a percentage. I will get paid. That's an affiliate. Well, let me tell you about education. Education, Neo says, oh, cool. I got it. He tells me I'm educated. I have no experience with this thing just yet. But let me tell you something. Remember that episode 64. What episode is that, y'all? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. What episode? I need to know that you're paying attention. Okay. Episode 64. Let me tell you how ignorance is expensive. Ignorance is expensive. Let me tell you something. Here's what I miss. Just episodes prior to that. You see, I did an episode with him 500, episode 61. There's just a few episodes before Neo. I do this interview with him 500. I'm not even thinking about it. Maybe a few months later after this conversation, after I did both the podcasts, we're just sitting there talking. Neil's like, yo, that podcast we did was amazing, bro. Yeah, that's big five right there. You know what I'm saying? He's improved. He's changed his life in a lot of ways. But episode 61, let me tell you, ignorance is important. Somebody put this in the chat, man. Ignorance is expensive. Starts telling me about affiliates with Neil, right? So what happened was this is a few months later. I'm talking to, we're all having this conversation, and I started talking to Neil. He said, yo, you ever start doing those affiliates? I said, nah, I ain't really reach out to nobody just yet, but we'll get it. We'll get it. He said, cool. Well, 500 kind of chimes in. This is months later. And he says, yo, bruh, that episode that we did, that joint we sold went crazy. I said, what you mean? He said, no, I sold a lot of them. We didn't have an affiliate though. Why didn't you ask me for an affiliate? I was like, I just didn't know. He was like, he calculated what the affiliate was going to be. Okay, I got to show y'all this. And my screen is acting up. Can y'all still see my screen real quick? Can y'all still see my screen? One of my admin friends, come off mute real quick if y'all can still see my screen.
No.
You cannot see it?
No,
okay.
Your spotlight. No, it's just here.
All right, let me just go here. Y'all, when I tell you I was hurt. Okay, hold on. Let me get to it real quick. Here, because my screen been acting kind of weird lately. Give me a second. This joint is crazy. Hey, if you just put it in the chat how much you think I was supposed to make off that affiliate. Golly. Y'all don't understand. I am hurt. My computer's acting up a little bit. Hold on, give me a second. It's gonna come back. Give me a second. Actually, I'm not gonna do that way. Zoom, share the screen. So sorry, y'all. I apologize for the interruption. All right, here we go. All right, we'll go full screen here. All right, let me come back. My TV has been acting crazy all day. All right, so here we go. All right, y'all see my screen? Throw it in the chat. Good. Screen is viewable. Okay, good. We're sitting there having a conversation. He's like, yo, the course we sold went crazy. And I said, well, what do you mean? He's like, yo, you didn't do an affiliate. You didn't ask me for an affiliate. I just put the link in there. He said, bro, you probably missed out. On about $250,000 in affiliates. This is actually, I talked about it on my podcast the other day, so some of y'all might know the story. He said you missed out on over $200,000 in affiliates. He said, because I did it with I did the same thing with another group. And he said I gave them like $250,000. All right. Hey, somebody put in the chat, ignorance is expensive. Somebody put in the chat, ignorance is expensive. I just didn't know. I didn't know. Let me tell you the savage part of this story, though. I said, well, let me get an affiliate now. He said, nah, we already did the deal. I said, what? He said, the video did well on your platform, right? I said, yeah, but he's like, I'm not doing back pay. And I had to respect it because that was a $250,000 experience. Okay. This is an uncomfortable truth that I'm about to share with you right now. This is every episode I recorded without having the right information. Come on, somebody talk to me in the chat. This is how many people I interviewed before that episode. Boniface, for sure, had an affiliate for me. Tommy, an affiliate, for sure. 500, Jason Lobdell, that's the height of the X28. He 100% had an affiliate. David Juan K, G Bryant. I'm just looking at people that I know have an offer, and we shared that offer. Brandon shot me. Look how many episodes I did because I just didn't know. Yo, it hurt me putting this presentation together. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's levels to this. Let's get to it. Here's level number one. Level number one of monetization. Your own products, affiliate products, and merch. Okay? So the number one way, the first low-hanging fruit, is to monetize your podcast based on your own products. Most of you will already have your own products, and if you need to create one, follow these principles. Don't create products for money. Create them to solve problems that you actually face. Don't create products for money. Create products that solve a problem that you've actually faced and you know your audience deals with. Remember the I help X do Y by Z? Help that X audience accomplish this goal by your product. If you wouldn't buy it yourself, don't expect your audience to. Your best products come from your biggest struggles. This is how we start creating products. I help X do Y by Z. If we focus on the Z, what we can say is, how many different ways can I help this X accomplish this Y? How many different ways? Okay, I do single retreats. I help singles do whatever y'all be doing, because I don't know what y'all be out here doing. I don't know what y'all got going on. So I don't know how to solve your problem. I went on Tinder 6 months later. I was married, so I can't help you. But if I help this audience accomplish this goal, how else can we help them? I can write an ebook. I can come up with some motivational merch and create content around it that helps other people identify that I am that Proverbs 31 man, okay? We're going to go man on that one, okay? We could do cruises. We could do meetups. We could do card games. If you understand, put I understand in the chat. Put I understand in the chat. If you get what I'm saying. Y'all get it? Okay, good. Every podcast has a product offering. So remember this from 2 days ago, real estate agents, services, first-time home buyers guide or course. If your podcast is about real estate and you're a real estate agent, well, we need to create some sort of course, home buying course. You can even make some sort of free ebook, 10 steps or something like that. That allows you to start building a list so that when you have your product, you can start emailing that list because they gave you their email willingly. You're a health coach, coaching sessions, cookbooks, meal plans. I help people with big backs unbig their back and stop wearing shirts in the pool using my coaching services with this cookbook, with meal plans. Business Coach Podcast, coaching services. Y'all get what I'm saying? Sobriety survivors. We can create a recovery journal. Hey, anybody that's going into the substance abuse category and you're helping people in that way, somebody put recovery journal. I'm giving you that one for free. Somebody put recovery journal in the chat. Stay-at-home mom podcast, kid activities, productive mom planners. Let me tell y'all something real quick. It's a young, oh my gosh. When you have your platform, you're going to see other people who have great products. They just don't have the platform to talk about it. So let me give you the hack. I met a young lady who has what's called a busy book. And for those that have kids, you probably know what a busy book is. It's something for kids helping them with literacy. And I saw this book and I got it for my wife. My wife loved it and she was like using it with our kids. So the young lady was like, man, I just don't know how to promote. Man, I love to start creating content. And because you know how to create content, if you met this young lady, you could say, yo, let's go into business together. Let's partner. Forget the affiliate. Let's partner. I will create a kids podcast for you that we are going to sell this product through because all you know how to do is teach. But I know the tech. I can set up a camera, mic, all that. Y'all get what I'm saying? There's so many different ways to make this money. My Flat Earthers podcast, come on, write a book. Write a book on the Flat Earther concept. Each episode becomes a salesperson that works 24/7. Let me show you this. Affiliate products. Only promote what you actually use or believe in. Disclose it in the chat. So, I mean, in the description, there's an affiliate link. The money phrase, use this code. So that's how you know you get a percentage off and you track everything with your link, okay? So every podcast can have an affiliate opportunity. So what people do you know that are in real estate that may have some sort of offer? Maybe you can interview them. They buy a house. You identified that lead came from them. They will show you some love. If there's a health coach, if they have supplements, if they have programs, all you got to do is ask for an affiliate, okay? Also, merch. Start simple. One item that directly relates to your content, print on demand to avoid inventory, price for profit, 3 times cost minimum. What does this mean? There's so many different Printful, there's so many different platforms where you can actually create a whole t-shirt brand without having the t-shirts, without having to buy the t-shirts. You put the link in the description. If they like the design, they click it, they buy it. Printful pays you money, no inventory. And you could price it at whatever price point you want. Come on, y'all. Level 2, let's get into it. YouTube revenue. YouTube revenue. Hey, somebody put money in the chat if the wheels are turning on how to get to this bread. Put money in the chat if the wheels are turning. Yup. I don't know what y'all thought, but this ain't just about a podcast. I need you to understand our teaching style. I want you to be successful entrepreneurs. Podcasting is a marketing arm for your product. Podcasting, I need you to take this note. The podcast is a marketing arm for your product. It's a marketing arm for your brand. It's a marketing arm for you. You guys understand? Okay. YouTube revenue, audio revenue, sponsor content. Now, for YouTube revenue, for you to be eligible, you have to have 1,000 subscribers or 4,000 valid public watch time hours or 10 million valid public short views. You cannot pay for promotion to get these views. You have to get these views, either 1,000 subscribers and or 4,000 watch time hours. If you're looking at your YouTube, you just look the watch time hours, you can start tracking that. But we have to promote. Remember this phrase, don't produce what you can't promote. You are going to have to promote, but later on, maybe in our relationship, we'll talk more on how to launch the podcast, a strategy behind the launch, okay? So those are the requirements for YouTube revenue. Let me show you something. This is my YouTube revenue. So far, they paid me almost $800,000. 800,000. I got my first dollar in 2020. I want to say 2021. I probably got my first. It was like late 2020, early 2021. And since then, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, we made about $800,000 simply on the YouTube revenue. But guess what? I had my YouTube channel since 2011. I got my first dollar in 2021-ish. It took me 10 years to monetize. But because I didn't know what I was doing, I didn't know I was just putting stuff up there. But I've helped people cut this learning curve in months. I've helped people start monetize, like they monetized in a few days, couple weeks, because we understand the strategy. Level 2. So these are just like some of the videos, like that one video made me 16,000. That video says building business credit means building partnerships. That one video made me $13,000. Imagine this. Look at that first video, 16 grand. I didn't have to do anything past an hour conversation. Have we ever made $16,000 in an hour? I sat down and had a conversation with somebody. Have you ever sat down and had a conversation with somebody and you didn't even have to sell anybody? You didn't even have to have any answers. You just asked a bunch of questions. Imagine getting paid to sit down, ask questions, and get paid. My favorite part about YouTube is that the money doesn't stop. I'm going to show you something so important, and I need y'all to really understand what's happening. Asia says, is YouTube paying you or brands? What I'm just showing you is just from YouTube. That's just what YouTube gave. That has nothing to do with a brand deal. Literally 2 days ago, I had a brand deal with this payment process, this company. I don't know if I can say it, but they gave me 10,000. They wanted me to put it on my Instagram. But all of these things start to work together. But my favorite part about YouTube is that the money doesn't stop. Watch this, y'all. Pay attention. I want you to look on the left side. That's my man Herman Dose. If you can see it, what is the date that we published that episode? If you can see it, just tell me you can see that. What is the date that we published that episode? 8/8/22. Yep. August 8th. In the last 28 days, this month, that video has paid me $90.41. Words, they missed it. They missed it. You're like, oh, it's only $90. It's a conversation I had 3 years ago that paid $90 today. In all of 2005, just this year, that video has made me $319. You might say, oh, $319 ain't a lot of money. It was a conversation I had 3 years ago that I don't promote, that I don't push. The YouTube videos live in the atmosphere forever. October 3rd, 2022. The last 28 days, that video's paid me $36. A conversation I had 3 years ago. In all of 2025, it paid me $256. This ain't got nothing to do with anything I got going on right now, but we just got to put the content out there. The stuff will pay you forever. September 2nd, 2021 is when this episode got published. In the last 28 days, it paid me $15. But you tell me something you did 4 years ago that paid you $15 in the last 28 days. This year, it's paid me $100. Oh, $100 isn't a lot of money. But you tell me something you did 4 years ago. I'm hoping I'm proving my point. This is from 2024. Last 28 days, it paid me $45. This year, it paid me $306. I don't know which videos are going to do what, but I just wanted to start pulling out the receipts. November 16th, 2020, 5 years ago, in the last 28 days, this joint got me a 6-piece wing set. It got me a 6-piece mild lemon pepper from a conversation I did 5 years ago. Come on, somebody talk to me in that chat, man. Somebody talk to me in that chat. $73 in 2025, something I did 5 years ago? Listen, family, this is episode 70. I'm on like episode 500. Hey, imagine this. Imagine this. Imagine you keep creating content and people say, oh, you got to have 7 streams of income. Imagine having 500 streams of income. Oh, y'all not talking to me today. Okay, all right, I'll keep going my slides. 500. That episode, 2020, in the last month, $25. Got me a quarter tank of gas from a conversation I had 5 years ago. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? So every day that you delay, every day, oh, I don't like listening to my voice. And, oh, I don't know what type of equipment I need to get. I don't know. I got to wait until my 3rd child is born so I can start. Just put the content out. YouTube doesn't ask you what type of cameras you use. The cameras that I shot this with is significantly worse than the camera that most of you have on your cell phone. Turn that joint sideways, run that episode. Earn Your Leisure started with cell phones at a kitchen table. Level 2, this is the audio money. I transitioned over to Red Circle, which is the audio platform. This is just audio now. This is separate from YouTube. I transitioned to Red Circle, I believe, in 2021. Since 2021, they have given me $716,000. I actually have a current balance of $10,000 that I need to send to my bank account right now, and a pending 1,100 that's about to go into the current balance, and then I'll take it out. They pay me $750,000 audio. This is just audio. We compare that with the video. So that's why when people say, oh, well, I'm just doing audio, it doesn't make any sense. It's the same content. Some of them are getting it, but some of them really may not understand what's happening still. I don't know. Number 3, authority level. Here's some other ways of income. You can shoot other people's podcasts. Once you understand how to shoot a podcast, you can shoot other people's podcasts. You get me? You set up the camera, you set up the lights, you set up the audio for yourself, leave that joint set up. And just, yo, I'm about to shoot somebody's podcast. Anybody that wanted to shoot a podcast, hey, come to the studio right now, or come to the studio this week. I'll shoot your joint $150. Just try it. Just put a post out. I will shoot your podcast for $100. It's not a lot of money, but somebody has been, they're going to look at your post like, oh my gosh, I just prayed about that 3 weeks ago. This must be a sign. Take this money. Or you can launch a community, or live events, or partnerships. These are all financial ways of making money and growing your podcast. Okay, so here's a simple breakdown. You need a basic setup. If you're going to shoot other people's podcasts, once you know how to set up your own podcast, others will pay you to set it up, period. You need the equipment. You can do like this basic equipment consultation, an initial recording. You can either record or tell everybody all the stuff that I'm going to be telling y'all over the next couple months. I'm giving you a license. So what you're going to set, first off, at the end of this, I'm about to share a way where y'all can work with me, okay? But I want you to pay attention. I'm going to teach you a bunch of stuff. I'm giving you a license to take notes on the things that I teach you. Use it yourself, and then teach it to somebody else. Fair? Somebody put fair in the chat. Somebody put fair in the chat. That's fair, right? Bro, I don't care about none of that stuff. Oh, you taking my bars. I don't care. Because by the time you master the thing I told you, I'll be on to another idea teaching my students the new one. I'm cool with that. You can do full production, meaning ongoing editing, uploading, show notes, or a VIP package completely done for you, podcast launch. Yo, I will shoot your podcast, edit it, upload it, $2,500 a month. I got you. I charge $5,000, and we do that on a regular basis. We charge $5,000 a month because some people don't want to have to do anything. But you might just be getting started and say, yo, I charge you $2,500 a month. Imagine you have 4 people that pay you $2,500 a month, and all you do is shoot their podcast. You're not responsible for the growth of it. You can give them some strategy, give them some game, but this is something that they always wanted to do, and they can leverage that thing. You will quit your job and sit in that studio. All right. Okay. I don't want nobody quitting their job after this. I don't want you to call Uber and say, I quit. I don't want y'all to do that right now. Okay. Just slow down. You could launch a community. Launch a community. Your podcast creates an audience. Your community creates the recurring revenue. You can do a basic membership. I know Patreon. So Patreon is like a platform where, one, there's a lot of people that already have Patreon, so they start stacking their Patreon. Like, I'm on my man Wall Street Trapper's Patreon. But in the app, you can go to a whole bunch of other people's Patreon that you like, that you rock with, right? So it's already an audience of people there. But you can set up a Patreon, and I know people who create this paywall. It's super simple to set up. And they say, my Patreon is $2. And you're like, well, what am I going to do with $2? And they don't even promise anything. They say, if you want to support this podcast, you support this message, $2 a month. There are people who have tens of thousands of people that pay $2 a month because they love the message. You mean to tell me if you have a podcast where you're helping moms, or you're helping people stay off drugs, or you're helping parents parent children that are out of control, or you're helping people lose weight, and that becomes your podcast, and you say, hey, y'all, if y'all listen, if y'all could just keep the lights on, if you rock with this podcast, if you got any value, I'm asking you to be a member. You could do it month to month. You ain't got to stay long, $2 a month. Check it out. It's nothing when there's 5 people, but when it grows to 500, it becomes something. When it grows to 1,000 people that just support the cause, and you're making $2,000 a month. But what if that $2 was $5 and it's $5,000 a month? Because people support the mission and they support what you're doing. All right, y'all. Okay, y'all not talking. Y'all not talking to me today. Y'all not talking to me today. Y'all been talking to me all week. Listen, I don't know. Maybe it was just like we started getting to the money and we locked in and we like, hey, I ain't got time for the chat. I ain't taking these notes because we about to get to this bag. You can get the VIP tier. You can do monthly. I do a monthly membership. My morning meetup group. It's $100 a month, and I use the podcast to market my community. You can do mastermind level, small groups, big, higher ticket. You feel me? Let's keep going. Let's keep going. All right. Here we go. So here's the levels, the recap. There's 3 levels. Out the gate money, your own product, affiliate products, or merch. Level 2, the reward for consistency, either YouTube revenue, audio revenue, sponsorship, things of that nature, okay? As you grow your audience, sponsors will sponsor, especially if you have your audience. Here's something crazy. I've seen some people sponsor podcasts that were like hyper-focused on money, right? Money, financial education, and they were getting a few hundred views, but they got a sponsorship. And I went after the same sponsorship, and I'm like, and they just didn't give me the sponsorship because that was hyper niche. They're looking for an audience of people. They're looking for an audience of podcasters who have an audience of people that they can sponsor and get in front of and grow with you. Believe it or not, there are sponsors that are willing to grow with you. And then level 3 is you create your own production company. You launch communities, live events, partnerships. Here's a 4-step process to increase in the levels. 4-step process. Here's how you level up. You have to set a money goal. The reason when Neo told me in episode 64 that like, he asked me, yo, how do you make money? I was like, I don't really make money from the podcast directly, but I'm marketing this event. So the only reason I did this thing was to promote this event. And the reason I didn't ask 500 for that affiliate is because I didn't set a money goal. The only reason. If Neo would have told me, if he said, yo, you got to get an affiliate. I'm like, what's an affiliate? Oh, affiliate is like somebody sell a course, then you get some money off of it. And he said, yo, you need to set a goal. You need to see, okay, how many people can you find to get on your podcast and have an offering and try to make some money? I guarantee I would have said, hey, 5, my man Neil told me this thing called an affiliate. Can I have an affiliate? I guarantee he would have said yes. Think about yourself. If you have a product where you don't have to fulfill it, meaning you created some sort of course or something, and I sell it for you, would you not give me 20%? Would you give me 30%? Would you give me 50%? I'm bringing an audience that you otherwise wouldn't have had. I'll give you 80% if that's what you're negotiating with me. Because you're talking to the group of people, that's 20% that I wouldn't have. Now, most people on that course base is going to be 50-50, or it's going to be a 40%, 30%, something like that. But you have to set a money goal. Number 2, learn the skill. There's a lot of skills that you need to learn, okay? And I'm about to share with you how I'll help you with your skill set, okay? Number 3, expand your network. The more people that you can get in touch with and build a relationship with, the better. So there's going to be some events this year, maybe in this country. There's going to be some events in your state, in your city. I want you to go to them, okay? If there's an event, this is what I want you to promise me. If there's an event where there's going to be a group of people that is your target audience, whether it's people that you can interview or people who may have a product or service that you can do an affiliate partnership with, or there's an event that's sponsored by a company that will be a great fit for you, I'm asking you to go to it. Just tell me you promise. If it's within your power, I promise. Now, I'm just asking you to do all you can. Just promise me you'll consider it. You've got to be there. This is the year we outside. Come on, you outside. Put out, I'm outside. Throw it in the chat. I'm outside. We're not gonna make millions from the crib unless we learn how to trade. Come on. We're not gonna make, we just can't. Or OnlyFans, maybe. Because they get into that money. You hear me? With the little feet pics. It's some people create content with their feet. So we got to be outside, okay? And number 4, be consistent in your messaging. Be consistent in your messaging. Your brand deserves consistency. Because there's some people, listen, okay. How many people have been following me for more than 2 years? More than 2 years. Somebody put this in the chat. You've been following me for more than 2 years. Okay. Put a 2 in the chat if this is the first time that you've paid for anything I've offered. Whether it's the $50 to be in the VIP or the 100. Wow, interesting. You've been following me for 2 years and you just decided to support financially. I hope y'all understand this. I'm not, this is a good training, okay? I had enough. I was trying to be humble to just get y'all the game, but I'm enjoying this. This is good. Do y'all see what's happening? There's been people that have been following me for 4 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. This is the first time that I bought something. Why? Because I've been doing the same thing and talking to the same audience my entire career. And you like, if they don't buy from me today, if they don't, oh, I've been doing this thing for 6 months and nobody bought, it doesn't work that way. Now, again, I will help you cut the learning curve. If you're willing to get mentorship and coaching, I will help you cut that learning curve. But it don't happen tomorrow. You guys get me? Come on, let's just be consistent for a little while. Let's go. All right, y'all got me excited today. Now, let me ask you a question. Would you rather take 2 years to figure this out on your own or 2 months to get the right guidance? Remember, I told you I'm going to share an opportunity for you to work with me, and y'all said it's fair. So if this is valuable, just put a 2 in the chat if this is valuable. If this is valuable. My question for you now is, you can take the next 2 years to figure this out on your own, and I'm not mad at that. But would you rather just get it done in 2 months, help cut the learning curve? Of course. Would you rather invest in proven systems now instead of losing money while learning these lessons the hard way? Like I did. You will not lose $250,000. Like if I have anything to do with it, I'm going to protect you from any and all losses in that way. Would it be worth it to you to have someone who's already made millions in podcasting show you exactly how to do it? Man, if y'all think about what you've learned in the last 3 days, if I'm being honest with you, I need you for a year. Just imagine what's happened in the last 3 days. What if we connected for the next 12 months? Here we go. If I were your mentor, if I were to be your mentor, if I was to mentor you, would you take advantage of that opportunity? If I was going to share with you a way. Got it. Okay. That's what I want to do. I want to work with you. Allow me to introduce you to the 7-Figure Podcast Bootcamp. And this is a proven bootcamp. I'm going to share with you exactly what you're going to get. And then I'm going to allow you to make a decision. Even though some people say, yo, I've learned too much. I've already made a decision. Whatever it is, David, I'm down. But let's go to it. This is a young lady, Jessica Smith. After my first podcast summit, I opened this thing up and she was like, yo, this was like one of the first people to ever sign up in the group. A couple months later, because she learned, and she's super coachable, shouts out to Jessica Smith. A couple months later, she found herself just doing the work, and she found herself getting an opportunity to interview Miss Tabitha Brown. And if you notice, this is Tabitha Brown making the post, not Jessica. You know how you make a post with a celebrity, and you be like, hey, this was me with so-and-so. I actually did that with Keith Lee. He didn't post me. I posted him. I was like, yo, Keith Lee, you dope, bro. I've been following you for a minute. He didn't post me. But Tabitha Brown posted her. Why? Because I've been teaching her the skill set, the art of not only just podcasting, but how do you start connecting with these people? and got a major shout out from Tabitha Brown just a couple months after the training. So this is what you're going to get. You're going to get access to the branding mastery training. How to become a household name. Now, me and my coach, my mentor, CJ, who was responsible for the success of Eric Thomas. I remember he's the one who first introduced me to E.T. the Hip Hop Preacher. And he said, bro, I got this guy that I'm working with. He does motivational videos. You heard Eric Thomas? I said, no. They said, well, somebody I'm managing and I'm working with him. You should check it out. Long story short, E.T. becomes a household name, biggest name in the world. But then I eventually started, I paid him for mentorship. I paid CJ for mentorship. And I would come to his house. And I remember one day coming to his house and I saw a guy named Inky Johnson. Guy had one arm walking out of CJ's house. I said, hey, man, I see you before. He said, man, what's up, brother? My name is Inky Johnson. I said, you Inky Johnson? He said, I said, what you doing here? He said, I'm getting coached by CJ. What you doing here? I said, I'm getting coached by CJ too. You get coached by CJ? Oh my gosh, it was incredible. And I see somebody, next couple of weeks, I see Jeremy Anderson, who is also a multi-millionaire speaker, coach. Like he owns trucks, he owns all kind of stuff. I'm like, what you doing here? Getting coached by CJ? You getting coached by CJ too? Then I see my man Kendall Ficklin leaving his house. I remember, and I got to tell this short story, y'all. And I'm telling you, this is my partner. So he actually teaches the branding mastery training. He teaches the branding part. I go to his house for a coaching session one day, and he says, hey, I want you to go come listen to the CD that I have. That's how you tell how long it was. Listen to the CD. He pops in a CD. This guy starts rapping. He said, what you think? I said, it's cool. It's all right, but I'd rather like get back to my training session. He said, I'm about to start managing this person. That man's name was Toby Wigwe. Toby is literally one of the biggest, if not the biggest underground, and I don't know if we can call him underground because he was just in Transformers, but one of the biggest artists in the world now. Anybody know Toby? Y'all can't see me? Y'all can't see y'all can't see me? Y'all can't see my presentation? Y'all see it says you will get access to? Y'all don't see that?
You see your screen.
Yeah, you do see it. Okay. Yes, okay, cool. That was Toby. I remember this like it was yesterday. He said, oh, I'm about to take him to the next level. And I'm one of those people that he took to the next level. So he taught me his branding mastery. Also, we're going to give you the Monetize Your Podcast training. There's a value of $1,997. How to structure your podcast to make residual income and sell your products and services, okay? You're also going to get access to the podcast show format training because a lot of you are asking, should I do a solo podcast? Should I do one with a guest? Should I do one with a co-host? Should I have two co-hosts? We're going to help you format your show in a unique way that's going to help you grow and build to that next level, okay? You're also going to get access to the interview mastery training. Interviewing is an art. Can somebody put that in the chat for me real quick? Interviewing is an art. Interviewing is an art. And I'm going to teach you that art. It's not just, hey, just ask questions, fire off questions. I'm going to teach you the skill set and a formula that will have people saying at the end of it, this is the best interview I've ever done. You're also going to get access to the podcast production mastery training, how to find the right tools. So I know some of you were on the training Tuesday. So Ryan talked about gear for 30 minutes. Well, we have a whole training suite that you can go at your own pace and help you with your production and how it looks, okay? And also, let's look at everything you're going to get. The branding mastery training, $997 value. Podcast production mastery training, $997 value. The podcast show format training, a $997 value. Interview mastery training, a $997 value. And monetize your podcast training, $1,997 value for a total value of $5,985. And this is all self-paced. But it's missing something. And this is what sets everybody apart. And I hope CJ talks about it tomorrow. One of the biggest lessons that I learned from him is the not gap. He said the most important thing you could do in any industry is do what nobody else is doing. So when we start putting together, it took us about 6 months to answer every question that we thought people would have in these trainings. But he said, you know what other people are not willing to do? Other people are not willing to show up. Other people are not willing to give support. So what me and CJ do is every single Friday for the last 2 years, we have been offering this community package where it's weekly private calls every single Friday, and we do nothing but Q&A. All the other training is self-paced, but on Friday, we are on Zoom. I am on Zoom. CJ's on Zoom. We got Carl, our partner who does all the tech stuff. He's on Zoom. Every single Friday for the last 2 years, we have been answering questions about podcasters, and that's why it grows. Everybody else is selling a course. We're saying we will show up live every single week. And I got something special for y'all. If y'all see value, just put value in the chat. If y'all see value in it already, and you're like, I just need to, I need to know how much this is, David. Okay. I mean, your anxiety's flaring right now. It's like, bro, I need it, but come on, I'm checking my checking and statements. I need to know what's going on. We're also going to throw in 2 tickets to Podcast Summit for those that take advantage of it tonight. What is Podcast Summit? Podcast Summit is the most comprehensive 2-day podcasting education event in the world. Yes, I'm there. But to the right of me, well, to the left, you'll see Laterrence Whitfield, who built the Dear Future Wifey podcast, and he's going to be teaching how he builds a podcast in a relationship space. The guy to the left of him, which is Runway Billionaire, he's the one who set up many of the people's mini chat and autoresponders, and he teaches you how to use autoresponders like mini chat to grow your podcast. The guy to the left, I don't know how you guys are seeing it. Yes, to the guy to the left, if you're looking straight forward, to the left, that's Jeremy. Jeremy is the founder and CEO of Red Circle. Red Circle is the podcast platform that I use, the one that paid me $750,000. He's the guy. And he's going to be teaching what brands and sponsors are looking for. To the left of me, to the right of me, you see Donnie Wiggins for those coaches, consultants. She's going to be teaching how to build a coaching or any type of service business through the podcasting. To the right is Brandy Harvey, the best interviewer I've ever met in my life. Steve Harvey's daughter, a monster. And I think I'm a really good interviewer, the best in the world. We got Ace Metaphor, who built. Anybody familiar with tonight's conversation? Starting from a podcast, he does a tour around the country a couple times a month where he's packing out 3,000 to 5,000 people in a stadium. 3,000 to 5,000 people in a venue from a podcast. I don't have the time to go over all the people that's on this platform, like Earn Your Leisure, who is probably the leading financial podcast in the world right now. I don't got a chance to talk about Wall Street Trapper. He's teaching the psychology on how he built his live show every single Tuesday. I don't really have time to talk about Willie Moore Jr. or Harley Initiated podcast is blowing up. And we have many surprises. I am giving you 2 tickets to Podcast Summit. 3-day access also. So when I say 3-day access, Podcast Summit is August 7th and 8th. August the 6th, we are doing a in-person training only specifically for people who are a part of my 7-figure podcast community. So you guys get an extra day, the day before. But I'm giving you 2 tickets. So you only have to take advantage of this opportunity one time, and you'll be able to bring a podcast co-host. You could bring your spouse, bring your business partner, bring your best friend, bring somebody. Somebody put it in the chat. Who are you going to bring to Podcast Summit this year? Who are you bringing to Podcast Summit this year? If you got to be locked into a name, don't worry about it right now. But if you know, put it in the chat. Who are you bringing with you? Free ticket. Okay, here we go. So let's look at everything I'm about to offer you. Branding Mastery Training, $997 value. Podcast Production Mastery Training, $997 value. You're going to learn how to format your show. You're going to learn how to interview like a mat. You are going to pick apart conversations like nobody's business. We spent a lot of time on monetizing your podcast, which is a $1997 value. And also the community package where you get ongoing support for an entire year, every single Friday, 52 weeks. And also you're going to get 2 tickets to Podcast Summit, which is a total value of $10,579. $79. There's 2 ways to lock in. Here we go. I'm rocking with y'all in the chat, man. Here we go. And then we're going to get the Q&A. So stick around. We're going to get the Q&A. So you can do a Podcast Pro. So you get the complete 12-month mentorship and community, 2 tickets to Podcast Summit, podcast production and show format, all the things we discuss. You're going to get all of the tools. We have, contracts and all that kind of stuff in the community. But we also have a VIP level, okay? Everything in the Podcast Pro plan, plus you're also going to get a VIP day. So this VIP group is only for people, and this isn't even for people that are like in the normal community, the My Seven Figure Podcast, which we got a few hundred, but this VIP level, we got a few people that we're going to take August 5th. So listen to me. August 5th is going to be a day simply for us VIPs, where we're going to learn how to build a brand and growth strategy. Full day hands-hold workshop. It's just a smaller group, more intimate. We can really dig in. All right. You get to learn the tech setup, the Q&A, execution setup, in-person live stream option. You'll see exactly how many, like all the tools that I use, and your additional attendee can attend. Okay. So if you get the VIP level, you get to bring another person with you to this VIP. Okay. So 12-month mentorship, 2 tickets to Podcast Summit, and an in-person VIP day. So essentially, you're gonna rock with me for 4 days. We're not launching this thing slow. We're launching it quickly. All right. So listen, y'all see my screen still? Oh, y'all see my screen? Are we good? The screen's still going?
Stop.
Yes.
You got to go back into presenter.
All right. Nope. Hold on. Give me a second. I got you. This is not a part of the plan. Okay. It's not to build anticipation. My slide's just been acting real funny today. Okay. So just, this is not like a strategy. Okay. Just, again, I don't know what's been going on my TV lately, but, all right, here we go. Let me get back to it. It's coming. My TV is back acting crazy. You hear me? All right, here we go. Bow, bow, bow. Here we go. All right, cool. Y'all good so far? How many's ready? Somebody put ready in the chat if you're ready. Somebody put ready in the chat. Let's go. Let's get it. All right, cool. Here we go. We back. And, okay. Oh, here we go. Bow, bow. Share, present, bow, presenter. Here we go. All right. This audience view. Come on, get me over there. Yeah, I can't even do it. I'm just gonna share it this way. I'm so sorry, y'all, and this is killing me. I apologize. All right, here we go. Good. All right, we back. Let me know if y'all can see my screen. Can y'all see my screen yet? Y'all see it? Y'all see me? Bow. Not yet? Okay. All right, here we go. Bow. Okay. Y'all see it? Yes. Okay. All right, cool. Here we go. So this is all the stuff you're going to get. Opportunity to work with me and all the special guests. We would should at least charge $10,000, but that's not what we're charging today, okay? So we were just wondering how we can remove all of the barriers, even more. So it's not gonna be $10,000. It's not gonna be $7,500. Your total investment is only $997. For Podcast Pro, VIP, you wanna spend an extra day. So we got 4 days together, $1997. You get everything we discuss. You get to bring a friend. We're going to cut your learning curve from 2 years, but over the next 2 months, and I'm saying this training will start Friday. You'll see us Friday morning. For those that lock in, what's today? Wednesday. For those that start, you will lock in and get with us this Friday morning. So we also got payment plan options where you can do a ultimate savings. You pay in full tonight, it's $997, or you have a couple different payment options. Tonight, if you do the pay in full, it's $19.97 for the VIP, and you got some payment options. We're about to drop the link, but lock in because I'm going to do something very, very special for those who lock in right now. It's going to be like the first 5, so I need you to get ready. If you know this is something that you're going to do, I need you to get ready because I have something special for the first 5 people, okay? Here we go. Your success is important to us, and we want to be the solution. We have a fast action bonus. Now, the first 5 people that pay in full are going to get a one-on-one interview to promote your podcast live on YouTube. We're going to give your podcast the exposure to over 500,000 subscribers for the first 5 that take action. So get ready. We are going to drop how you can be a part of this community. Get ready. We're about to drop. This is going to change the game. So even if your podcast isn't up right now, you want to be one of those first 5 because as we get it going, that could be the launch for your podcast. So get ready. I'm giving y'all opportunity to get prepared because I want it to be fair. Somebody type ready in the chat if you're ready. Somebody type ready in the chat if you're ready. Listen, there are people who bought 2 tickets to Podcast Summit that invested $1,000, but they don't get 12 months of coaching. They don't get the program and the course. They're not going to talk to us for 52 weeks. They're not going to get access to the VIP. Now is the time. So I want y'all to type ready in the chat. As soon as I see some readies. All right. All right. Let's go. Here we go. If our team can drop the link, if they can drop the link, and I am going to be looking for my first 5. Let's go. Is the link in the chat? Is the link in the chat? Let's make this a reality, family. Let's make this a reality. So I'm giving y'all opportunity to get started right now. And then I'm going to give you your homework for the next 24 hours. I'm going to give you your homework. Let's go. 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 Let me see the chat real quick. Let me see the chat. Let me see the chat real quick. All right. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let me see the first 5. I can't wait to interview. This ain't going to be the hot seat. This is all promotion. I want people to understand that you got your stuff together, and I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you in this one-on-one with me, live on the podcast, live on my YouTube channel. I'm going to help you start shaping your offer and looking like an authority so people can tap in. So people can tap in. Come on, which one, words? Come on, talk to me. Listen, y'all, I remember there was a guy named Johnny. He came to me and it was an event that we did called Black Equity Con. And he happened to be one of the people on the boat, and he's like, yo, man, I just got out of jail. I'm like, oh, well, congratulations. Welcome home, bro. He said, yeah, man, I'm just trying to figure out this whole podcast thing. He's like, I want to be a podcaster. I want to get this thing going, but I don't know what to do. So at this time, I had a small inner circle, and my inner circle was $25,000. He's like, man, I just got out of jail. I got a little investment, but I need to be a part of your mastermind. I said, cool, no problem. I didn't know this brother from a can of paint. He came up to me. And he joined the mastermind. And this gentleman literally did everything I asked him to do. Like, he just wasn't afraid of nothing. He wasn't afraid to get it wrong. Now, his content, it's not something I could watch with my kids around. You know what I mean? So, but he started this podcast called Rich and Unemployed. Rich and Unemployed. I literally saw him in the next 6 months start taking over the internet. Every clip I saw, just every clip he puts out, just viral based off of his podcast. He did launch a business and started doing multiple 6 figures in his business because he started a podcast, but he was in jail for a little while. So I'm telling you, one decision can change your life forever. And this was just, all he had was me, and we would get together once a week. This is before we put together a training. This is before we put together the course and the self-paced. This is before we had Podcast Summit. This is before we had any of that stuff. This before I knew what I knew now. Shouts out to my man. All right. Here we go. Here we go. So here's your homework, y'all. Here's your homework. Now is the time, y'all. And I hold here because I see a lot of shouts out to everybody that's coming in. Matter of fact, shouts out to the community. That's everybody's that I'm gonna see you in a few months, few weeks. Let me get to it real quick. Let me get to it so we can see. We're going to announce. Hold on. I see y'all coming in. Congratulations, y'all. Congratulations. 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 I'm going to shout out a couple people real quick, man. Let's go. Let's go. Shouts out to, hold on, here we go. Okay. I see y'all coming in. I see you, Kwajaline. I see you coming in. Congratulations. Gwendolyn, I see you coming in. I see you pending. Kelly, Tracy, congratulations. I see Russell Taylor. Congratulations. Rashad Grimes, I see you coming on in. Erica Sanders, congratulations. Oh, man, yo, we about to have a time. We about to have a time. A lot of y'all VIP, too. Shouts out to y'all. John Sear, congratulations. Ira, congratulations. That fifth, listen, in that 4-day period, you are going to learn more than many people are going to learn in the next 4 years. Shouts out to Ira Armstrong. Shouts out to Montoya, just action takers, man. Lucretia Cook, congratulations. Raquel, congratulations. Adam Burns, congratulations. John Brown, I see you coming in. Nana Kosha, I see you coming in. I see you pending. Brenda, congratulations. Adawalas, I see you pending. I see you pending. Core Portia, I see you pending. Shavella, congratulations. Congratulations. Melissa, I see you coming. I see y'all coming in. I see y'all coming in. Let me give y'all homework. Get started. This is for today only. You get to bring a friend. Please, 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 please. Do not put off tomorrow and say, hey, I did it tomorrow and I still want to bring a friend. Can I bring a friend? The answer is no. Even if you don't know who you're going to bring, if you lock in your ticket, we will give you more time to figure that part out. But don't delay the information that you need. Don't delay. Hey, if everybody just put a me in the chat. If you guys started tonight, put a me in the chat. If you are going to be a part of my 1-year coaching, and I'm going to see you every single week for the next 52 weeks. Imagine what's happened over the last few days. Imagine what you learned the last few days. What if I got you for a year? What if you get me for a year? Not only me, but my coach, CJ. We on every single Friday. I love this. Here's your homework. I need you to identify your first product you can remote. The first product that you can directly relate to your product, that you can sell that relates to your product. Okay? I want you to identify the first product. Just a quick little typo. Identify your first product that you can create that relates to your product. I need y'all to do your homework tonight and come back and share it with me tomorrow. Identify the first product. Some of us have the product already, but I need that product. If some of you might have a business, but I want the product to relate to the concept. If the product is vastly different than the audience of people, one of these needs to change. And I'm not saying it has to be directly. So let me give you an example. Let's say, for instance, you have a product and you sell life insurance, but your podcast is about helping people heal from past trauma. Now, I'm not telling you to stop selling life insurance, but I don't want that to be the thing that directly relates to the podcast. Now, do we have to create some sort of self-help book? No. Can we create candles? Now, why candles, David? Well, for the people who are like jumping into a space where they are healing, I think candles is a product that they would use because they're in a mode. And you can create a story on how candles actually affects your mental health. And I'm sure if we ask ChatGPT the question, there's in some way that candles affect your mental health in a positive way. Aromatherapy. So I'm just saying we need to have some sort of product that we can relate to the audience that's listening to your podcast. If you're with me, put a 1 in the chat. Support was letting me know too. We got Klarna and Afterpay. So you can break it up into payments. Good, good, good. Next on the homework, I need you to identify two companies you could work with as an affiliate. Two companies you could work with as an affiliate. This is a part of your homework. So if, I don't know, you're doing something with, I don't know, Black women. Two companies you can identify as affiliate. Somebody sell some hair somewhere. Hey, listen to me. Black women go buy some hair. You hear me? I got 3 of them in my house. I got 3. They gonna buy some hair for sure. Yeah, my baby, 4 years old. I came home and she had a little weave in her jaw. I said, "Why are we doing?" She's like, "Oh, we just playing." Just Black women gonna buy some hair. So let's say, for instance, if that is your audience, you find someone else that is looking for your audience, and you just identify the companies. You don't have to record. You don't have to reach out to them just yet. But I'm asking you to just identify them, okay? Number 3, record a promo video. I want you to record a promo video. I want you to record a promo video for your product that you could put in your podcast episode. So somebody put it in the chat real quick. Tracy, do you have a product? Tracy Swain, do you have a product yet? Do you have a product? And answer this question. Yes, this homework is for everyone, Vanessa. This homework is for everyone. This challenge is not over.
No, I don't have a podcast yet. This is all, I will.
Say it again.
I don't have my podcast yet, but I will. Okay. I will.
Okay, yeah. Cool. No problem. Do you know what your podcast is going to be about yet? Yes? Yeah, keep her unmuted for a second.
Tracy, you can unmute.
Okay. Sorry.
All right. You know what your podcast is going to be about?
Yes. I'm helping goal setters go from stuck to started.
Okay. So we're going to help goal setters, right?
Yeah.
What is one product that you just in your head? I'm not locking you into this, but what's one product in your head that you are going to start with to help these goal setters?
A blueprint, a goal setting checklist.
Yeah.
I know. Okay.
Cool. Perfect. So what I want you to do tonight, even though you don't have this stuff, I still want you to do the homework. I want you to record a promo video. Hey, y'all, it looks like this. Hey, y'all, I know you're a go-getter. I know you're trying to get to the next level, but check this out. If you look in the description below, I have this checklist that's going to help you do this, this, and this. My name is Tracy Swain. I help X do Y by Z, and this is why you need this quick little 30-second commercial. Now we back to the episode. That is what you're going to put in every single episode. You understand?
Okay.
Cool. So everybody here, even if you have if you don't have your product yet, I still want you to do a promo. I don't care if you don't have a podcast yet. I still want you to do the promo. I'm asking you to do the homework. Put a yes in the chat if you are going to do your homework. Put a yes in the chat. Solid. Let's go. Let's go. I love this, y'all. Man, y'all have no idea what y'all doing right now. Man, to actually see.
Hey, Dave, a couple people asked you, can you pull back up the payment options so they can see them?
Oh, for sure. I got you. Pull up the payment options. Let me go to that particular page. Okay, here we go. That's the payment options side right there. So these are the payment options for those. Obviously, if you pay in full tonight, $9.97. But you can break it up into a 2-month plan, $5.97, or you can break it up into 3-month plan, $4.47. Okay. Now, if you're going with the VIP and you want to spend 4 days with me, like focus. We really gonna be tweaking some stuff. There's a smaller group. Again, this isn't for everybody. It's a smaller group so that I can make sure we're limiting it so that we can really give you some hand holding and some attention. We spend hours together locked into a locker room, okay? So paying full tonight is $19.97. If you want to put it on a 2-month payment plan, it's $12.97. A two payments of $12.97 or 3 payments of $8.97. Cool. So just recapping, these are the differences. Podcast Pro, complete 12-month membership and community, meaning that's the 52 weeks. Every single Friday, you will be on the line with us, but we have the self-paced program with the interview and hosting mastery, podcast show format, monetizing your podcast, community package. It took us 6 months to put this package together. And we sat there, I'm talking, we pulled in a lawyer to talk about protecting your brand and all that kind. It was just, it's very, very detailed, but you could do it at your own pace and you actually get that training for life. Okay. You get it for life, even past the 12 months. You'll also get patent and intellectual property training, the AI tools kit, trademark and entity training, building revenue streams and podcasting, and you'll get 2 tickets to Podcast Summit. You'll get 2 tickets to Podcast Summit. If you go VIP, $19.97 at the VIP level, it includes everything in Podcast Pro, but you are getting an extra day locked in, smaller group. So I personally charge $2,000 for coaching an hour. So, and I charge that because one, people pay it and it helps them cut the learning curve from 6 months. If you could just sit there and ask somebody, and people who have like the money like that, they're like, bro, I understand my time is more valuable. So instead of spending the next 6 months figuring it out, let me lock in with you for 90 minutes. So that's $2,000. But you and I are going to spend like 6 hours together with just us, smaller group of people, so that we can like really go around and answer questions. It's not just me from the stage speaking. It's a smaller group, okay? So was that it, Words? Anything else we need to address?
No, we're good.
Okay, cool. All right, appreciate you. All right, let's get to it. We did the homework. Okay, cool. All right, so we got our homework, right? We got our homework. Take a screenshot of the homework because I don't want any excuses that you didn't know what the homework was. Take a screenshot of the homework. I need you to do the homework. All right. One of the most important decisions I made was getting a mentor. And tomorrow you are going to hear from my mentor, Mr. CJ Quinney, on how to build a community and how to build your brand. Okay. When I tell you he is a genius when it comes to this, I've never heard anyone teach like that. So I'm honored to go from being his mentee to still his mentee, but now his business partner. And when I told him that, I was like, yo, I really want to help podcasters. He's like, bro, you on to something. Let's go. And we partnered on this program. So let's get it. I think we're about to move into Q&A. We going Q&A? Q&A? We ready for Q&A?
Yes, we are going to go into Q&A.
Let me get my screen. Bam.
But before we do that, y'all,
let's get to it. Man, first off, on a scale of 1 to 5, somebody talk to me real quick. How valuable is this? Scale of 1 to 5. Bunch of 5s. Let's go. Hey, man, y'all can put a 3. It ain't gonna hurt my feelings. You know what I mean? 10. Let's go. I rocks with y'all, man. Let's get it. Nella, what's up? Before we get into Q&A, what's the word?
All right, y'all. Ooh. Can y'all hear? Okay, there we go. The mute button almost got me, y'all. But y'all, we first and foremost drop some fire in the chat, y'all, because that was lit. All right, you got me ready to read, and I manage the community. You about to have me just sign up, all right? But y'all, really quick, it is time for the quiz. It is time for the quiz to enter yourself to be able to either upgrade if you're general admission into VIP, or if you are already VIP, to be able to win a cash prize. So the link for the quiz is about to get dropped in both YouTube as well as in the Zoom call. And then you guys go ahead. I hope you were paying attention because Dave dropped a lot of gems. Words came through and dropped all the gems. So I hope y'all got y'all notes ready, okay? Because your answers depend on if you're going to win. All right? But let's go ahead. We're going to jump right into Q&A. David, it's all back to you.
Oh, my bad. Okay. All right, let's get started. Let's go, family. Let's start getting these hands up. Who we got? Nella, I'll let you pick them.
Oh, the honor. All right, a full Afolabi. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I butchered that. I apologize in advance. His back is to me and his back is to the camera and everything.
Afolabi. What are you doing?
My bad. 1 second. Give me 1 second. Real quick.
Get the fate right.
You'll
Get
put
the
us
fate
on
right. It's
hold.
cool.
You'll put us on hold.
He's muted. You're muted.
You're muted.
Come on, man. Like,
all
don't
right,
have your
while
client
you
talking
get
to me like, bro, you done messed up my hairline because is he back?
while you get yourself
I'm
together.
ready. I'm
Is he
ready.
back? I got what's that? Hold on. Where'd he go? He's off.
He's
I
doing
don't know
whatever
what
he's
happened.
doing. I'm ready.
He's doing whatever he's doing. And team, if y'all can, let's get that listed in first 5 too, so we can announce those. Man, I'm excited about that. What's up, sis?
You, brother. All right. Dropped my first podcast today.
Okay, congratulations.
I was excited about it. But now I just need to know if we go if there is if we're in the if we bought the package for everything, can we upgrade to VIP later?
Yes, you can upgrade to VIP later. Yes.
Okay, because I'm like, okay, I just dropped some dollars out today trying to get these conferences done.
I got you. Yes, you can.
But I wasn't gonna miss it. You know, and you right here in Georgia. And it's on my birthday.
Come on.
And my birthday is August the 7th.
Hey man. Hey, listen, you in Georgia? What part?
I'm in Albany.
You're in Albany, Georgia. How long it take you to get to Atlanta?
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours. Okay. Are you ever in Atlanta?
I'm always in Atlanta.
Hey man, listen, I'm gonna invite you to a podcast recording.
All right. Look, hey.
I'm gonna invite you to a podcast recording.
I'm ready.
You've been in the community, and I'll probably launch it on. I'll probably say, Nella, keep me honest, for the community on Friday. For everybody got started tonight, y'all gonna be on the Q&A Friday. Y'all gonna get access to the course immediately, but on Friday. So when you're in Atlanta, I'm gonna invite y'all to the studio.
I'm here. I'm there. You just tell me. That's why I got a car with 4 wheels and put some gas in it.
Let's go. Hey, when you're on the call on Friday, remind me and I'll give you a date. You just come kick it like during one of our recordings.
All right. Love it.
Good. Let's go.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Somebody said it wasn't Albany, it's Albany. You right, my bad. It is Albany. My bad. What was I thinking?
Rashad, come on up.
What's good, bro?
What's up, bro?
Everything's good. First of all, thank you guys for having me. I just got 2 questions, man. They said you have not because you asked not. I just dropped my Instagram, and I just want to know if you got time doing any time, today or tomorrow. Could you just look at the Instagram page? My podcast launch this upcoming Monday. It's called Growthology. Long story short, it's about, just a self-improvement podcast for people who are trying to get unstuck. Just want to know if you could look at it. And when you look at it tomorrow or before the challenge is over, you just give your thoughts on some of the reels you see on my page as well as the Growthology page. And that would mean a lot. Also, I just want to know, was I one of the 5? Because I definitely invested and I believe it's something great.
Let's
Y'all jumping the gun.
Yeah, let me just stick around. My team did it. So the first 5 people to do pay in full are there. So give us a second. I'm sure they're gathering it right now, okay?
We already got them.
What?
We got the.
Hey, I just need to know.
We got the 5.
Hey,
are we ready to announce?
Come on up. Let's go. Let's
go.
do it.
I'm listening.
Wait,
All
one
ears.
second, Nella. 1 second. 1 second.
1 second. Okay,
In the meantime,
Just
so
in the
what you put
meantime,
up,
in between time,
if you
what
go to
you
my
we'll
what you
go
put
ahead and
up.
bring the
person page,
next
you'll see a few
Shawana.
reels. If you go to my person page, you'll see a few reels. You'll see like we're starting to drop
Yeah,
like
but I'm on the podcast page. So the Growthology podcast. The first two things I see is I'm guessing that's you.
No, that's not. I'm one of those people. It's me and one of the co-hosts, but we're just dropping like tidbit reels.
I don't
And
want that to be the first post that I see because there's no point to have a picture of you and then a picture of him. It's just no point.
so do you see
Let's lead
the
with
reels?
content.
Do you see the actual content? There are like 4 or 5 reels on there.
No, yeah, I see the content, but that was where my eyes went. I was distracted.
Got you. Said move that around. Yeah, we're just doing it because all the hosts are dropping like a bio. It's like we're doing posts to the countdown Monday. But whatever feedback you got,
Listen, do the
but
bio in your stories.
okay,
This is the first thing people are going to see.
okay,
So I want the first thing to be a dope value clip, or let's say for this podcast, 4 men analyze failure and setbacks in hopes of equipping others with the right tools so they can bounce back and win in life. That description I'd like to tweak. So I want you to ask a question on Friday too.
okay.
But this is a podcast where 4 men analyze failures and setbacks. The listener doesn't care about y'all.
Okay.
If I'm reading this and I think this is for me, I need to hear that this podcast is for me. It sounds like first sentence, 4 of y'all just got together and y'all want to talk about y'all failures. That has nothing to do with me.
Gotcha.
It just takes me so long to get down to the part where you're saying, help you equipping others. But I want the first thing I read is that this is for me.
Gotcha.
Got it?
Gotcha.
Okay. I got you. Let me try to get to as many hands as possible tonight. All right, Shawana, and Nella, you can interrupt me at any time when you're ready.
All right. Well, after Shawana, I will go ahead and announce our 5.
Okay. I think I see it. Hold on. Do you just want to announce it, or you want me, or I can?
You can announce it because it sounds like you want to announce
These
them.
my friends, Nella.
It sounds like you want to announce them. Go ahead, David.
I'm gonna get Shawana's question.
No, David, do
We
it.
going
People are waiting. I can wait.
Okay. All right. So first on the trigger was Kelly Elmore. Kelly Elmore. And I cannot wait to promote your podcast on my podcast. Kelly Elmore, congratulations. Congratulations. We also have my sister, Tracy Swain. That's what's up, man. Look, Tracy don't even got she ain't got a podcast yet, not fully locked in on the concept just yet like that. But she said, this is what I need. So congratulations, Tracy. We're going to have fun, man. Rashad Grimes Esquire. Yes, you made it, my brother. You made it. So I can't wait to do a one-on-one session in front of everybody. And before we do these sessions, y'all, I'm going to have some pre-conversation with you to equip you in making sure that you show up as an expert, okay? Also, hold on, let me do a little. I can never do it together because my hands go down at the same time. Erica Saunders. Congratulations. Erica Saunders is in the building. Congratulations and welcome. Hey, man, you got me and I got you for the next 12 months. We locked in. And for these five that I'm announcing are the ones who are going to get a one-on-one, some exposure on the podcast. And lastly, hey, real quick, let's just get some community engagement. What do you think the first letter of the first name of the person I'm about to call is? RKAKTBEJ. Well, Gabriella is correct. We got John Seard. So those are the 5 that I'm going to have on the pod with me. And listen, y'all continue to lock in because I'm liable to do anything. I'm liable to do all kind of stuff over once you're in the community. So being in the community is still a major win. These are just my first 5 action takers. All right. So, all right, let's get to it. Shawana, what's up?
Okay, so for our homework assignment tonight, my question is, can we make it around like the digital marketing courses? I'm a contributor to some, like I was telling you before, like Brooklyn's
Mhm.
DBA, where they come with like PLR products and give, especially beginners, a way to get ready. I mean, to get started with digital marketing and digital products. So can we make our commercial around that, or does it need to be something more specific to like us?
So, who's the podcast for?
So I was thinking beauty professionals, but more and more I'm thinking single moms, maybe because y'all been saying single moms all day, and I've done it for 19 years by myself since I was 18. So
Okay.
maybe we'll
Let's
go in
stick
that
with
direction.
let's stick with your original idea. Who's it for?
So beauty professionals,
Beauty professionals. What is the thing that we're selling?
digital marketing programs,
Digital marketing programs.
academies.
So you're teaching them how to market.
Yeah, but it's for
Okay, got
any.
you.
Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
I
That,
got you.
yeah.
So here's how your commercial looks. Yo, I'm glad. I know y'all enjoying this episode. Listen, I understand if you're a beauty professional, you sit on your feet all day long. You've been doing it for 15, 20 years. Now is the time you start to get into digital marketing. I'm giving you an opportunity for that entrepreneur that's been a barber, that does lashes. You might be a nail tech, things of that nature. You're trying to stop making money with your hands and make money with your brand. I need you to click the link below. I'm going to teach you step the feet, whatever you're going to do. Now let's get back to the
I could have
episode.
finished that. I could have just clipped that. Okay, no, I
Come
got it.
on.
Thank
You
you.
feel me?
Yeah.
So because we're talking to this audience, let's just talk to the audience. But let's say, for instance, you have someone on the podcast that is not in the beauty industry, but let's just say you just happen to, I don't know, they're in real estate.
Mhm.
That episode says, yo, I know y'all enjoying this episode, man, for all my real estate professionals. I know that she's killing it. But I want to help you stop going to Walmart and going to Costco trying to find people to sell a house. So you need to understand digital marketing. You understand?
Yeah.
So if there's somebody they're in a profession and you're interviewing that person, we're tailoring the same product for this person. You follow me? Because if they're
Yeah.
watching this person and they watched it the first 15 minutes and they got to this commercial, that means they're enjoying it. That means they're interested and they're probably like that person. You follow
Okay.
me?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, because I was also selling it to other coaches because it's a reselling thing. So it's like if you don't know how to teach people how to start their brand and you just want to coach them on something specific, use this as that foundation, give them an angle, and then let them implement what's in the course because it's already done. So
Come on.
I love
Let me
that. Okay.
let me give you another hack. Have you
Okay.
ever watched a YouTube video?
Yes.
How many commercials come up?
Sometimes two, three, depending on the length of the video.
Which means
I
we
could
may
do two
drop one
or
at the
three.
15-minute mark. We got a joint coming in hot at the 35-minute mark. Because if you don't put an ad in there, YouTube's gonna put an ad anyway. That's
True.
not yours.
Yeah. And they kind of flow more when it's you anyway. You don't even
Let's
realize
go.
it's a commercial until a couple seconds in.
Hey, look, let me give you another crazy hack. When you start getting good at it, and I'll teach you how to do this, when you start getting good at it, you put ads in there during the episode. When they say something about digital marketing and they're a hairstylist, so what I created was this digital marketing program for people in the hairstyle industry. And I have somebody that actually their shop is not too far from yours, and I've been teaching her. Da, 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 da. I got a link in the description if y'all want to check it out. Just check it out. But yeah, so that's what I've been doing, and we weaved that joint in, got straight back to the conversation, and it ain't feel like an ad.
Yeah.
Come on,
Love it.
listen,
Thank
Shawana, we're
you.
gonna get to this
Always.
money. You hear me?
Always.
We're gonna get to
Always.
this money. Let's go. Hold on, unmute her real quick. Go back.
Sorry, I was gonna say I'm shy, but I am a single mom and I've been self-employed for a long time. So I know I have to step up and ask the questions. Otherwise, it's the woulda, coulda, shoulda after. So I appreciate you always giving feedback and being a straight shooter, but it's like I could have the nerves and the jitters, but we've got to push past it and do it so we can elevate. So thank you for being that
Let's go.
support.
Am I gonna see you August 7th and 8th?
Yeah, I already got my ticket. I'm in the morning meetup. So yeah, I already got my ticket. I'll be there.
Of course. Let's go. All right, let's get it. All right. Next up,
Awesome.
Stephanie. This is my
Hold
friend.
up, hold up really quick. See, just as David said, he liable to do anything, y'all. So am I. So am I. Okay. And so I went ahead. I'm just, we want to readjust a little bit. I brought the young lady in that David mentioned earlier, Jessica Smith. Y'all, Jessica Smith, she is here right
My
now.
sister.
Look,
What's
this is my
up?
this is my redhead twin right here, y'all.
Twin have been. What's up, y'all? Y'all started 132 podcasts, huh? I see that's how many participants we got.
Come on. Come on. You already know, man.
The
Yeah,
best decision
I
that
just
you
want
can
to say
make.
publicly, I gotta say publicly, man, I am super proud of you. So he showed that picture where Tabitha Brown shouted you out, but I'm gonna be 100% honest, man. I've been trying to get Tabitha Brown on my podcast at least 4 years. And I saw that she was just on your podcast.
She was for my 100th episode.
Has it been 100 episodes?
It's over 100. Tomorrow I'm releasing 100 my 111th episode. And it's because of you. I was not doing evergreen content before I went to the first podcast summit. After I went to the first podcast summit, I switched up hard. And then that's when I was recognized by Tab.
Let's go.
Yep.
Let's go. Jazz, I'm super proud of you, man. I'm saying, so obviously we'll see you Friday morning. We see you every single Friday morning. Would you tell them? I mean, because some people are hesitant. There's a lot of weird stuff out in the world. And you're like, I don't know if they actually going to show up the way they show up. I mean, can you vouch for the fact?
No, I'm pure evidence that this community works. Okay, I am pure evidence. There is no way I would have had the opportunity I did with Tabitha Brown if I wasn't in this community. It's because I didn't know a lot of things. I was doing it. I was already moving in my podcast, but the strategic measures, I wasn't making those. And so, man, it's lit. Like, you can only grow in this community if you put the effort in. You make that investment, baby. You going up.
I love it. I love it. And it's the power of relationships too, man. Because I didn't know Jess before, but then she joined the community after the first podcast summit, and then last podcast summit, you worked at podcast summit, didn't you?
I moderated and I hosted. It was so fun. I was like, Dave believes, like, if you believe in yourself and you invest in yourself and you get a part of the community, man, like, real talk, like, he's gonna, now you gotta be dope now. You gotta be top tier. You gotta be working. Okay, I work for it, but he gave me a chance to moderate and host, and he might give me a chance this year. I don't know, but I know he gives a lot of people chances. But even if the chance that I got last year was just so dope, to be around so many different entrepreneurs, different podcasters, and learn. I still learn. I was working, but I was also learning. So if you're not coming to Podcast Summit, I don't know what you're doing. Go ahead and get your ticket. There's no reason why you shouldn't.
All right, Jess, I'm just going to tell you right now because okay. All right, you working again this year. All right, so we're going to have you moderate something or something. We're going to do something.
Period.
I love it, man. Congratulations, man. Let's take it up this year, all right?
All right, Dave. Thank you. I appreciate you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And y'all, really quick, Jess, so she's one of our alum, but she also teaches our Wednesday night calls in the inner circle as well.
Let's go.
She also helps she is such a big help in this community. She has helped so many people that come in. Y'all, it's lit. It's
that
lit.
Was
it's
dope.
up to stuff.
That was so dope.
Stephanie, come on up.
What's up, sis?
What's happening? How are you doing?
I'm awesome. Did
you know
do
my face
episode?
is hurting from all this smiling that I've been doing since we started class tonight. Just but my Bitcoin finally hit the bank. It finally hit the bank. So I'm in the boot camp.
Welcome. Congratulations.
I wish it could have happened. I would have pulled it earlier if I had known. If I had known, I'd have been ready to pull the trigger and be part of the first 5. But I'm glad I'm
good.
Here. I'm glad.
Better late than never. Better late than never.
For sure.
We got you.
Yes. Okay. So my question is, now that I'm a video podcaster, right? Can I repurpose some of my audio episodes? Because there's some of them, I feel like they're really good. Or can I just put a twist on them and do a whole different one, but it's the same content? How should I do that?
I prefer you put a twist on it only because you'd have to pair that audio with like graphics flying around the screen or something. And I'd rather you just do the same topics because nobody heard it.
Okay.
Do the same topics. You're better now than you were when you recorded it. And I just met you, but I know that about you. So, and especially you're in the training. So even how you start communicating, we're about to take that to a whole nother level for you. So Don't worry about nothing you did in the past. It's this day forward. You ain't got to repurpose. You wasn't half as dope when you recorded that. And I don't even know when you recorded it. But we take it to another level, all right?
All right. Sounds good. Thank you. I can't
Let's
wait.
go. You're very welcome.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. John, come on up.
What's up, John Brown?
Hey, what's going on?
What up?
Yeah, how y'all doing? My first time. I got this anxiety. That's one of the things that keep me from moving forward my podcasting space. I have three ideas, but I believe I can make money quicker with one.
Okay.
And that's I'm a truck driver. And I'm a truck owner, and I have a system to get into trucking with zero to no money down to begin your entrepreneur trucking business.
Okay.
But you don't have to be a driver. You can be an owner and just hire drivers, whatever. But I have a system. I have a course guide, and I'm gonna use my course guide that I created as my ad.
Okay.
I can take that course guide and use it as an ad.
Yes, sir.
Now, at first I was gonna take the course guide and just give it just so people can be interested, and then they can come back and I don't know how to monetize it though. That's the
I mean, we can use it as a lead magnet, meaning I'm using this guide because it doesn't cost you anything to do it after you've already created it. So you can use it as a way to gather emails and phone numbers. So when they buy, they got to put in their email and phone number. But when you have another offer, you have this audience of people that already gave you their information. You can market to them that way.
Okay, because the next step, almost like a click funnel, is to do a one-on-one, have a one-on-one call. I don't know. I don't know how
you can. John, don't overthink it. Don't overthink it.
Okay.
You're creating a podcast and you're building an audience of people that are going to buy something from you.
Right.
As long as we have the I help X do Y, the buy Z part, that's multi-layered. I help this X accomplish this Y with my podcast. I also help them with my guide. I also help with one-on-one coaching. I also help them. So let's get those first two parts together first.
Okay, that makes sense.
Then start offering ways to help. Cool?
Yes.
Yes, let's go.
Awesome. Thank you, John.
All right. Am I gonna see you? I'll see you in August, right?
Oh, he's gone.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna see you in August, John. Vanessa, come on up.
What's up, Vanessa?
Hey, how are you? Excellent. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm just getting started. I really don't have a podcast. I don't have anything set yet. But I have ideas, and I also have several products. I've done some Facebook Live things. Our health is our wealth. I sell travel. I plan vacations for people, and I do have some health and wellness products. So that's where I'm at. I'm also a widow, and I like to gear to widow and widowers because sometimes they've been forgotten about. And I can promote different things to get them together, help them, how I got through the transition of my husband and my loss and just started to live again without, grieving and going through all of that depression. So I'm all over the place right now a little bit, but
you 100% all over the place. Well, I was going to ask you, how's your lower back? Because you are carrying some stuff. You hear me?
I do. I do.
Let me ask you this question first.
Yes.
Were you doing all this stuff before you became a widow or after?
Well, after we traveled a lot. So that was one of my passions is to travel.
I got you. So, but and how long ago was it since you became a widow?
It's been 18 years.
What?
I know, it's been 18 years.
Okay, so a lot of times I'll say stuff that's off the top of my head. Like when I think of something, I'll be saying that joint.
Yeah.
My wife says I shouldn't. Said like, yo, just think sometime.
Just say it.
But can I tell you what I was thinking immediately, which may not be true?
Okay.
And it's probably not true.
All right.
that you threw in that you're a widow
Yeah.
as another reason why you can't accomplish or why you can't succeed. So sometimes we have these things that happen to us in our lives and we hold on as long as possible because that gives us a reason to not move forward. Or that gives us a reason to be scattered and confused.
Okay.
You've identified yourself as a widow from something that happened 18 years ago. Now, I'm not saying it doesn't still hurt because I'm sure it does, but we can't hold on to it.
It doesn't hurt all the time.
I'm not saying let go of the love of your life. I'm saying let's at least drop the title because that's not what that's not who you are.
Okay.
And you're identifying as a widow.
All right.
Now, so what I was going to say was maybe this is, you're like scattered all over because you're trying to keep your mind off of it. But it's been 18 years, and now it's time to let go and build. Let go and build. And it's not that you don't know that it's going to be incredibly difficult to build all of the stuff that you want to build right now. It's not that you don't know it, because you know it. Because you ended your presentation with, man, I'm all over the place. But you're putting it all on yourself. Like you're intentionally making yourself be all over the place.
Okay.
And I'm asking you to stop doing that. Stop doing that.
Got it.
I have an assignment for you.
All right.
I want you to come up with a problem that you want to solve that you are willing to spend the rest of your natural life solving for other people. Whether it's travel, whether it's beauty, whether it's helping people get over grief, whatever. I need you to decide who you're going to be to this world. Because right now, you're not affecting this world in a positive way nearly as much as you can. And I believe you have a responsibility because you've been through some stuff. You've been resilient. You've fought. You're a fighter. But I need this intentional self-hurt to stop. So I need you to identify what the problem is that you're going to solve and then pick a career choice and stop doing all the other stuff. I don't care who you made promises to either. You understand?
I do.
Now, if you allow me to like coach you, and I'm coaching you right now, if you just allow me to coach you, I'm telling you what you need to do, and you know what you need to do.
I do.
But and hopefully you're in the community, so I can like yell at you on a regular basis until like, because if I leave you to yourself after we get off this, next time you introduce yourself, you're like, yeah, I'm this and that and this and that, and I'm a widow. But if you don't have some accountability in a community that like shakes that out of you, you'll be that forever. So I need you to stop doing that. So let's pick a problem you're going to solve. Let's sell it, find out what we're going to sell, create the podcast to sell the thing that we're going to sell, which solves the problem that we're going to solve. Cool?
Excellent. Thank you.
I got you.
I'm cool.
All right.
Thank you so much, Vanessa. Woo, that was good.
Thank you. That was great.
Yeah, I have to be careful with that kind of stuff.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Vanessa. Maurice, come on up.
Hey, how y'all doing?
What's happening?
What's going on, man? Well, I have a couple of questions.
Oh, I need one good one, and I don't even see you.
You don't see me?
Yeah, I see you now. Yep.
Okay. Well, my good one is I have a podcast already going right now, and I know you've been stressing the what, the why, and the how.
Yep.
Now, my platform is called Beyond the Clientele, and what I do, I interview people in the look good and feel good industry, and I provide a platform for them to express or vent or express some of their past experiences and perspectives on their life, because I'm a barber also. So as a barber and an individual in the clientele industry, we don't really get to be who we are when we servicing clients.
Maurice, let me get that question about you, Playboy.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, how can I spin mine to a how?
Okay, I got you. I got you.
Yeah, it's
So
kind of like
what's the problem we solve?
okay, I provide a platform for individuals to
Maurice. I just need a quick answer. What's the problem we solve?
a safe space. That's what I do. I provide a safe space.
What is the problem we solve?
That's the problem I'm having. I'm
Cool.
trying to figure out
Listen,
how
I'm
to
with that.
spin
I'm
it.
with that. Here's what I'm asking you to do. Come up with a problem to solve. Like we're starting with, oh, I'm gonna do a podcast for barbers or like all that, whatever. This is what I want to do, but it's not leading to a problem.
Yeah,
We need to
it's
solve a
not leading
problem.
to a problem.
If the problem is, let's say, the men's mental health.
Okay. With the problem thing, see, my platform is more like kind of like what Cam Newton, Shannon Sharp, we just have a discussion about their experiences. It's not really a problem
Maurice, we can't afford
incorporated
that
in it.
because we're not a celebrity. We can't
Okay.
afford it. We're different.
Okay.
We're different. We don't have a celebrity. We ain't got millions of followers. We're none of that.
Mm-hmm.
We can't compare ourselves to Cam Newton, who played in the NFL and can get any celebrity interview he wants. We can't compare ourselves to Shannon Sharp, who can get Cat Williams and Monique and get everybody to talk about each other.
Yeah,
We can't.
but
We
I'm
don't
not
have that
trying to
luxury.
interview those people. I'm not interviewing those people. I'm
What I'm
interviewing
saying is,
entrepreneurs.
you can't compare yourself to that. I'm telling you, are you on our program?
No. I'm on this VIP thing here.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Well, your first step is if you want to grow, you're gonna have to be coachable because you're not coachable right now.
Okay.
You're telling me about the platform you want to build, but what I'm telling you is we got to shape the way you're looking at it. And I get it because how many episodes you been doing?
I'm 50 episodes in.
Yeah. The biggest problem is you're already connected to the thing that you've been doing already. It's hard to get somebody to break up with somebody when they've been together with them for 5 years, no matter how bad the relationship is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, you're in a bad relationship with this podcast because it's not really about anything that's going to make people feel connected to it.
Okay.
This next episode, and every episode after that needs to be talking to a problem. So when I ask you, hey, what's your podcast about? You say, oh, I help X do Y by Z. You talk about this problem. And if I share the problem, I'll listen. But if not, if it's just you having conversations, meaningful conversations, nobody cares about that. I'm just being honest with you.
Okay.
Nobody cares about a meaningful conversation. They care about a conversation that's going to help them accomplish something.
Okay.
You understand? So,
I'm with you.
Maurice, if you don't do nothing, you need to be at Podcast Summit August 7th and 8th. You need to be on these coaching calls every single Friday because we got layers to peel back. I'm telling, and listen, you might just go do your own thing, but I'm saying, let's say, for instance, we had this conversation a year ago, you'd be much further along.
I went on one of your webinars. That's what made me start it. But
I got you. But what I'm
you
saying is,
were more
what
so
I
saying
want to
find your
do, what I
niche.
want to do is coach you for the next 12 months, so we're not here next year.
Okay.
Cool. I'm
Cool.
not, listen, I'm not a high pressure salesperson, but
No,
I'm pushing you to help you.
Okay.
You understand?
I appreciate it.
Cool. Let's get it, man.
All
We got a couple more days left for this. All right.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Maurice. All right. Afalabi is back. He's here. He's back.
Let's go. Let's go. What up?
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So I have a podcast idea, which is for emotional alchemy. You know, I've been through emotional alchemy.
Emotional alchemy.
Helping people to cultivate emotional intelligence, basically.
Okay.
Just, by telling my story and having people that's been through similar situations, trials and tribulations in life that I've been through. I basically survived witchcraft within my family dynamics.
That's deep, bro. All right, give me that question. That's strong.
So my question is, I'm a barber, but that's not going to be part of my products. But I'm also a musician, singer-songwriter. And there's a brand that I'm building, which is called The Artist.
Bro, I'm gonna need that question quickly.
Yeah, the question would be, I want to ask you, how can I incorporate, what the podcast is about, my music, and the type of merch to put out as a product?
Yeah. First, let's not try to fit everything together.
Yeah.
Let's start with a fresh sheet of paper.
Mm-hmm.
This is the problem that I solve. How am I going to solve this problem? Well, I can create some merch to promote it. It's going to be dope merch so that people who believe what I believe can wear this merch. Now, in the event that you do music and you're solving this problem, well, maybe every week you came up with a song that's going to stick in people's heads every single week. And you got people that are waiting for this song. But it's not trying to mash it all together. It's like, I help X do Y. But how do I do it? I do it through healing conversations. I do it through music that you can live by. I do it through one-on-one, whatever you're going to be doing, okay? But we always have to start problem first, okay?
Sounds good.
Let's go. Good stuff.
Thanks for bringing me.
Oh, no problem. All right, I'm gonna get two more.
All
And
right,
then we'll
Dr.
get out of here.
B.
Listen, y'all, do not wait until tomorrow. Today is the day. We want to see you. Well, it's 4 days for our VIPs, but this Friday starts our first official Q&A. And y'all know how at the end we'll do Q&A for like 15 minutes. We do it for an hour, and you will get access to the courses and programs tonight. So if y'all missed it on Tuesday, the gear and equipment, you can go through that tonight in the modules. What you got, Dr. B?
Hey, how you doing? I just I put my podcast in the chat so you can see it because I want to revisit Monday. My whole world is around becoming the person is what I'm doing. I just did your XYZ. X is helping Black men to become the person by showing them on a podcast other successful Black men who've been doing it.
Hold on, you said you help Black men become a person?
No, become the person that they were meant to be, that God put them on this earth to do.
Got it.
So helping, that's what I've been doing on all the things that every 2,000 posts that I've all done are all about helping people become that person that God has put them on this earth to do. And so my goal is, how do I get way more episodes? How do I get to blow up and get, I have 170 episodes on here that you can see that are all about that and highlighting that.
Got it. You said you have 170.
Yeah, 170.
170 episodes. Let me look. I'm looking at it right now. For one, we got to do something about these thumbnails.
Okay.
So I think like even some of the, like here we have reversing type 2 diabetes day 60. And you're reversing type 2 diabetes yourself?
Yeah. So I have 60 days of videos that I do. So that's just one of my posts that I do every single morning when I get out there. And so I've got, my blood sugar has jumped, my A1C has jumped, and so that's just one part of some of the things that I'm doing.
You're still doing it, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you still have type 2 diabetes?
I do. It's almost done. But I mean, I've dropped my A1C 5 points, and it's working.
Love it. Here's what I would love for you to do.
Sure.
You have two different. You have two pieces of real estate on your YouTube video. You have the thumbnail and you have the description.
Gotcha.
The thumbnail and the description, you have the same thing, which we don't need.
Okay.
The thumbnail is the thing that's going to take people. So you don't necessarily have to put reversing type 2 diabetes day 60, because when I see that, it doesn't make me want to click. Whatever happened in that specific day, let's see day 60.
So you're looking at all my posts, not just the podcast, not just the Journey to Freedom podcast.
No, I'm looking at
Okay.
the
Okay.
podcast. I'm looking at the videos.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is that thumbnail is the first thing they're gonna see, and it needs to pop.
Okay.
It needs to pop. So we'll be able to. I don't have time to like really go over it right now, but it's you with a screenshot, and you have the words really, really small. You being the biggest part, the most clear part. That's backwards, because if somebody's scrolling, you need some sort of graphic that's going to stop them. So you can go to Fiverr or Upwork, go over there and look at thumbnail, like just type in Mr. Beast type thumbnails or eye-popping thumbnails. You give them the title and whatever image you want, and they'll create something that's more eye-catching. But you don't want to put day 59, day 60, day 61 on every single thumbnail, because that doesn't cause anybody to click. You have to put something on there that makes someone say, whoa, this sounds interesting.
Yeah. Okay.
Got it?
Awesome. Thank you so much, Doctor. Okay. I'm not going to even try to butcher your first name.
I'm going to try it.
Burnham.
I got it. Yakira.
Ikaira. The Y is silent.
Ikaira. Hey, but I tried.
You did.
And I tried her last name. So together we got the whole name.
Ikaira Burnham. Okay, so my question real quick is about the X, Y, and Z, the who, what, and how. I do have a podcast. It's called Tipsy Tuesday Talks, and basically every episode I introduce the audience to a new entrepreneur and a new spirit of wine, one glass or bottle at a time, trying to I guess my reason was basically that I wanted to get more eyes on Black people in the wine and spirit industry, but I'm having a hard time figuring out how to make that the problem that I'm solving.
Yeah. Well, obviously it's probably the education, but think about the audience of people who, and so the show concept is to get more Black people into the wine space, right?
Yes.
So the problem is we're not educated in that regard, right? So we solve that problem by educating them. But let's see what the pain point that audience is facing. When they get that wine list, we look at the price and get the cheapest one. And maybe I feel embarrassed. Maybe I've always wanted to. Somebody pours my wine and I swirl it, not because I know what I'm doing, but because I saw it on TV. And maybe there are some people that it's almost like learning golf. Some people learn golf because it's a networking thing. And if you ain't learned golf, they know, like, I don't want people to look at me and say the only sport I play is basketball because I'm tall and Black and I want to learn how to hold. I intentionally learned how to hold a golf club because it's a networking tool. And it says something about me. It says something about I'm cultured a little bit. If I understand like how to swirl the wine and smell it and say, oh, it's more of a berry, more of a fruity, or that says something about you. Am I right?
Yeah, definitely.
For sure. Now, there are some people that are trying to get to that next level. The biggest problem is I haven't been able to network, or I just always wanted to learn the wine game, or, you know, I'm at a point where I'm progressing in my career and I'm just trying to polish. We got a bunch of problems we can solve. But I think the clips, those short things that you're going to put out, that's really going to be the things that I believe that start going viral, especially when we start talking about the things that I just talked about as a hook to come over to this wine space.
Okay. So the people that I've been interviewing, though, they have been like Black people that are actually in the industry. Should that change, or in the wine and spirits industry?
Well, here's the thing. I don't think to educate Black people, it has to be Black people to educate Black people. Our goal is to educate, right?
Correct.
So you are a Black person and you're bringing whoever has the knowledge to your audience.
Right.
So let's just make sure that every episode, it's about the problem and what are these problems. I don't know what I'm doing at these networking events. I want to feel more cultured. I want to understand something new. I'm at this point in my life where I don't know why I like this wine, but there are people like, like you people go to houses, their houses, like a really nice house. You see these like wine bottles in there.
Right.
It's a sign of something. Or some people just really like wine and they want to go deeper with it. So
Okay.
your shorts and the stuff that you're talking about on social media is like, girl, stop ordering Hennessy. You look crazy.
Okay.
Come on, you can't drink Grey Goose and orange juice everywhere you go. Let's get some. That's why you keep attracting my man that's sagging, because you ordered Ciroc and pineapple, bro. What's up with you?
Okay, I get it.
We got to start talking about these situations that we know we're in. Stop swirling the glass. You don't even know what you're doing. Or let me show you what you're doing.
Okay.
All right, good stuff.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Mhm.
All right, family. We have a whole nother day. 2 days. We have a whole nother 2 days, but tomorrow is going to be so special. And I cannot wait to introduce you to the man who changed my life, who led me from the Cheesecake Factory to the person I am today. I did not get here on my own. The best thing I could have done was to hire a coach. And I remember I was paying CJ $300 a month. So you all get an opportunity to get what I got for like a fraction of that, right? But if you really, really want to take your life to the next level, if you really want to take your game to the next level, you need to start grabbing every piece of information about this space, because I'm telling you, if you lock in, it will change your life. So for those that's getting started, we're going to give you a shout. I wish I could shout everybody out, but we got a bunch of new family members that just came in. Now is the time. You've been on this training for the last 3 days. We cannot change your life in 3 days. But if you give me a little more time, and I can answer more of your questions, and I don't got to answer them so fast. And every week we get to meet. And I give you all of the information. It took us 6 months to put together. And you can go through it self-paced, and y'all can dig into this. Man, some of y'all got started tonight are going to dig into the course because you have that passion. You got that hunger. And you can't buy that. You can't buy that. You have to be sick and tired of being sick and tired and doing something. You have to do something different. And I get it. Somebody booked a girls' trip in August. And because you booked the girls' trip, you're not going to do the thing that is going to change your life. And you'll say, well, maybe I'll wait till next year. You have no idea how much that next year is costing you. And we're going to have to disappoint some people. Oh, I told them I was going to come and it's that weekend. These are the decisions that we get to make. We get to make them. Some of us are going to invest $1,000 on a weekend with somebody that you don't really like that anyway this weekend. So, but a price of a pair of shoes, you can really, and I feel really, really passionate about helping you, because man, I know as I look in this 107 people here on the Zoom with the VIP and another couple hundred on YouTube, there are gifts inside of these numbers that I'm looking at. Man, y'all got something special. Shannon, I know you got something special. Kathy, you there. You got something special. And I can't wait to see it. And it's just a little bit of shaping. Charles, Melinda, oh man, y'all got something. I know it. But we can't coach ourselves. We cannot coach ourselves. You need somebody from the outside looking in to teach you how to navigate, how to move. Some of you just need a little bit of advice. You don't need much. You don't need no money. You don't need no handout. You just need a little bit of advice and somebody to encourage and someone to say, yo, you can do it. That's it. So I love you all. We will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. Get your tickets. Let's drop the link one more time, man. We are going to have 1,600 people at Podcast Summit August 7th and 8th, and you are going to learn from the best of the best. This only happens once a year. If you can find anywhere else that this happens, you let me know. But there's only once a year where this level of people are. So make a decision. Let's get to it. I love you all, and we will see you tomorrow. Hey, do me a favor real quick. Type a 1 in the chat if you're going to do your homework. If you promise me you're going to do your homework, type a 1 in the chat. That 1 serves as a virtual pinky promise, okay? Pinky promises are legal and binding in best friend contracts, and we best friends right now, okay? So let's get to it.